mic, get that right. Oh my God, it's converted tonight. Oh today, oh shit, it's day. I'm so big, Lord, I'm sick. Have mercy. I'm sick as a motherfucker, but I'm on air. Why the fuck you think I'm
Here we go.
Be there? Yeah, I'm not.
You're done.
No, I'm not. I'm just starting. And if you run that cocksucker, man, I'll be murky.
You wanna run your mouth? You wanna run that cocksucker?
Oh yeah, I let him run it all night.
Can I strike again?
Strike again, strike out his heart again. Oh my God, it's sick, motherfucking Ken. Oh.
Drew, you're a pompous, arrogant fucking asshole. You suck your fucking dick. I'm out of here, you fucking pompous, arrogant.
I will eat your ass.
My father-in-law smokes his turkey. My father-in-law smokes his turkey.
Why don't you mind your own
Business, pal.
I've already got a lawyer and a fucking detective. I've already got a lawyer and a fucking detective.
Stop the baloney.
Welcome to Converted. You are listening to 101. Welcome to Sick Converted.
Stop the baloney.
You motherfucking.
Here we go. You're done.
You wanna run your mouth? You wanna run that cocksucker?
So big,
Tell me I don't know about motherfucking lawn mowing. Drew, you're a pompous, arrogant. Tell me I don't know about motherfucking lawn mowing?
I will eat your ass.
Oh yeah, I'm back. What is up?
My father-in-law smokes his turkey.
Well, my father-in-law smokes his turkey too, but I'm not there to see it, you know what I mean?
My father-in-law smokes his turkey.
I've already got a lawyer and a fucking detective.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Converted Daytime Edition. I am under the weather. I'm waiting to hear if I have COVID. Sick as a dog. Can't sit around anymore. I must have slept more than fucking I've ever slept in my life in the last 3 days. But I think I got sick over Thanksgiving. Somebody brought some shit into my house and hit me and my wife, and we've been sick for the last 3 days. But just, hanging in there, feeling a little better today, so I jumped on. Missed a couple of things here and there. But what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing good. In this midday stream, what's up to the one and only Foul Mouths Chat? What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing good on this Wednesday. Is it a Wednesday? I think it is. I don't even know what fucking day it is. Yeah, it's a Wednesday, December 1st. Christmas right around the corner. Coming up fast on us, right? Coming up fast. What's up to Steve Cullen in the chat? I saw your tweet the other day on I guess it was Twitter. But we're gonna touch on, the occasional community drama today, as usual. We'll have a little bit of that in there. Plus Cuomo, the piece of shit. Both of them, actually. But Chris Cuomo suspended indefinitely, and that means he's fired from CNN. Gone. Goodbye. It's about fucking time. Both of the brothers are corrupted pieces of shit. Their father was a corrupted piece of shit. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. We all know that. So that's good news. We'll talk about that a little. Also, everybody's favorite athlete, LeBron James, coming up with COVID. Holy shit. LeBron James coming down with COVID. National story. You know, this Cuomo thing's a national story. Obviously, it's not just a New York thing because the guy works on CNN. Duh. So, yeah, it's much more than a New York story. This is a national story. This guy, Chris Cuomo, has been spewing his bullshit on CNN for years now. He was brought into the game by the one and only chair to the face. What's his name again? That fucking reporter. How can I... Julio? Or whatever the fuck. From Fox 5. He's been around for years. Anyway, he brought him into the game and like groomed him, and they thought that Chris Cuomo was going to be like this big right side guy, but he's not. He's far from that, and he's been spewing his bullshit for years on CNN, and it's about time to got a little something back, because both of these guys act like their shit don't stink and they can do and say whatever the fuck they want, and they won't be canceled. They won't, I mean, for Christ's sake, Chris Cuomo's brother killed hundreds of elderly men and women that made this country what it is today. He killed them by putting COVID into old age homes. Like, if you were to tell me, okay, a retard, if you were to tell me, COVID just came into this country, where's the couple of places that we should not let it hit? I would probably say old age homes and babies and shit like that, hospitals first, right? But no, this asshole goes and says, put them in old age homes and hospitals. They had a boat that Trump sent to New York, a fucking boat full of like 1,000 hospital beds, right? That they could have used for COVID when it first broke out. How come he didn't send those people onto that boat instead of putting them in the old age homes and then cutting off the families from seeing these people, their parents, their grandparents, then cuts them off from seeing them, and they die. And they just get buried. No autopsies. No one to blame that the person was fine a month before and now is dead. But instead he gets to resign from governor and walk away scot-free. Right? Well, at least his brother is getting a little fucked with this now. Because, it's... certain people have to pay for what happens in this life, but certain people don't. Privileged people. People born with silver spoons in their fucking mouths. Sit there and complain, and meanwhile they get every advantage to them that a lot of people don't get in life. And these two guys, Andrew and Chris Cuomo, are your prototypical spoon-fed bitches. Spoon-fed little bitches that have had a rich daddy their entire life. They've lived in nice communities. They've had everything they could ever want. Cars, women, situations, money. They've had it all. And what they do, no, it shouldn't apply to them like a normal person. Come on, how could that apply to them? They're the elite. Why would that apply to the elite? Come on now. So anyway, at least he got fucking fired from CNN, but they're not going to say fired. They said suspended indefinitely. It's like, dude, stop jerking me off. The guy's fired. You can't just come out and say it. CNN is a bunch of fucking pussies. They're a bunch of fucking pussies. I don't understand how they can still call themselves a cable news network. How's that possible? But yet here we are. And honestly, the only thing that's happened to them is that they've had to be asked to step down from governor, step down from, CNN. Just step down, That's all you got to do. Just step down. We won't punish you. We won't give you any time, it's just bullshit. It really is, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Both guys. I mean, if Chris Cuomo is in there using his work to find out what's going on with his brother, isn't there something illegal with that? Aren't you supposed to take like an oath when you become a reporter that you're going to report news and all that, you know, with integrity? I don't know what happened to integrity. But here's how Cuomo used what he was doing for a living to try to help out his brother. You guys can read the DMs right here. But this is what Cuomo was doing with his authority at CNN. Trying to help out his fucking sinking ship brother. Trying to find out who's who, what's what. And then you'll see in this next one right here. Right? You'll see in this next one right here that the fuck says, I have a lead on the wedding girl. Right? So that means he's looking into one of the girls that are making claims against his brother. And he's using his job to fucking do it. He's using reporters. He's using his contacts. He's using everything he shouldn't use to try to help his brother. You know, no integrity whatsoever. No integrity whatsoever. This is the shit that goes on with these elite motherfuckers, and then they sit there and they lie right to our fucking faces about it. They sit there and literally lie to our faces about it, and they think we're so fucking dumb. We're so dumb. We don't fucking know nothing, right? And I'm going to bring up some other shit today, too, that's kind of crazy, that you guys will be, if you haven't seen it yet, you guys will be taken back from it, guaranteed, because the guy who got pulled over following the Kenosha bus, the video of that, if you haven't seen it yet, it's pretty fucked up. You know, he gets pulled over by the cops, and he's like, oh, New York, a woman in New York told me to follow the bus. And it's just a fucked up video, and I got the woman's photo and everything and who she is, and the video, and it's pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up. But I'm gonna play that for you guys in a little while as well. That video of the cops pulling over the dude that was supposed to, you know, follow the bus, and then when they're like, well, why were you following this bus? You know, he tried to play dumb, and he was like, just to find. No, I wasn't going to talk to anybody. Just to find, where they were going. Oh, really? Just to find out where they're going, right? Do you believe that? No, he wanted to see who was on that fucking bus and all that good shit. But it's just the corruption just runs rampant. It's in every single fucking facet of America at this point. Every single facet of our country is corrupted. Now, yesterday there was also a report that came out of the trial for that pedophile fuck. Glenn is on trial now, and in that trial, numerous names came out, and Donald Trump is one of them. That was on that plane that went to that island. Now, Donald Trump, if you guys remember, he denied ever going to that island and shit. But now it doesn't look too well, man, because yesterday there was, I guess, a actual list, handwritten list that was presented in the case. And Donald Trump's name is in there numerous times. So is Bill Clinton, which we already knew, and a ton of other fucking people, other stars too. Stars, man, that are walking free right now. That probably went to this island and did the same thing these other asshole monsters were doing. Raping fucking children. That's what we're dealing with in this world right now. The elite who come together and have little parties of raping children. Isn't that nice? That's what they like to do with their fucking pastime. You know, rape a kid or two, you know? Isn't that nice? That's the world we live in, that if you're out and about and you have a good-looking little girl, you better watch out for that kid. Better keep an eye on that kid constantly. Because these motherfuckers are playing for keeps. They will take your kid. They will rape them. They will fucking... You'll never see them again. You'll think they're dead. Anyway, this is one of the elites in New York City who was telling a employee of, I guess, NBC? ABC? Not NBC. Yeah, NBC, I think. Telling him to follow the Jura bus in Kenosha. This is the chick right here that was telling this dude to follow the bus. Yeah, Trump's name was on the list, regardless. Anyway, this is the chick that was telling this guy to fucking follow this bus. And, you know, I mean, it's just fucking retarded. It really is, but that people get away with this shit. And I don't even think this guy was arrested or anything. Like, nothing was said or done about it.
Huh? No.
Show you guys this right now.
All right. I mean, Dunwoody's my official. What's the significance of you being here?
I work for NBC.
For NBC? NBC? Yeah. Okay, you're a reporter? Yeah. I don't know. So were you following a vehicle?
I was trying to see. I was being called by New York, going, maybe these are the people you need to follow, but I don't know. I was trying to.
You trying to what?
Just do what they told me to do.
Yes. Your offices in New York or what?
That's right.
How did they know about this vehicle?
I mean, it was discreet. I wasn't like, going to talk to anybody or anything. Just trying to find a location. That's all.
I mean, it was discreet, you know.
He was told to follow somebody. He's told to follow this vehicle from his offices in New York.
What office?
Is it the NBC office in New York?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the person who called you and told you to do this?
Yeah.
You want to give me his information real quick?
You want me to call?
Sure.
So we got news media telling them to follow unmarked vehicle.
That's what it sounds like.
Hey, law enforcement wants to talk to you.
Now he's putting the officer on the phone with that chick back in New York.
We're trying to figure out what's going on here. Why you have a reporter or a producer following vehicles out here? Hold on. I'm gonna put you on speakerphone because you're connected to this car. Now, can you go again?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Hi, officer. My name is Irene. I'm a booking producer with NBC News. We were just.
And then the video goes on and on. But yep, that was her. That was this chick. And nothing's done about shit like that. They can fucking... Do you know what would happen to me or you if we fucking went and followed a Jura bus? Do you know what would happen to us? We'd be locked up so fucking fast, our head would spin. We'd be locked up so fucking fast, man. It's not even funny. And listen, I understand people don't want to, think that Donald Trump was on that bus or was on that plane or in that fucking... on that island. I don't want to believe it. You know what I mean? I don't want to believe it. First of all, I got to see proof till I do believe it, because I will not hold that guy, I will not hold him responsible for something that they can't prove. Because of course they'll try to destroy him. There's no doubt about it. He's the first guy they're trying to destroy. So obviously they want to connect him to anything. So I hope that it does clear, his name does get clear of it. But until I see proof of Trump doing that, I'm not going to believe it. Now, you ask me about a Bill Clinton, and I'd be like, hell yeah, I believe that Bill Clinton did that. But it's like, how can you... Well, then again, Bill Clinton has a background and a history of that shit. And you want to say that Trump does? Why? Because he fucked some stripper? and he told her to keep her mouth shut about it so he can run for president. Like, it's two different big things. You know, it's two different things, all right? Clinton is like a Cuomo. They go around thinking they could fuck any chick, touch any girl they want, fuck any chick they want, because they're the elite. And I don't get that feeling from Trump. I never did get that feeling from Trump. You always knew he was like a womanizer type. Yeah, that's what he's into, money and chicks. That's an American. You know, I'd much rather have a president who's into money and chicks than a president who's into little boys or girls. Can you agree with me on that? What do you think? I'm sure we could all agree on that a little bit, right? I'd much rather have the president who's into chicks. Yeah, I think so. But, you know, who knows what will ever come out of that shit anyway, if we'll ever get the truth. But that whole court hearings are going on right now, and you hear nothing about them. Nothing about them on the news. Nothing. It's because they don't want us watching that court hearing. They don't want us hearing about it. They don't want us knowing what's going on in it because the press is involved in it. So of course they're not going to want you to know. They're fucking involved in it. They're trying to cover up for their people. These pieces of shit. You know, so you don't hear about it. Just like the guy running the car through all those people at that parade. You barely heard about it on the news. Why? Because it didn't fit the narrative. It didn't fit the narrative, right? So you don't hear about it, which is fucking ridiculous. What the news is not YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, the news is supposed to be reporting everything unbiased. You know, this is to our control what we want to come on here and fucking talk about, and you know, obviously we're not reporters, right? But I think, like, us here on YouTube that do shows and talk about this shit do more research than the people who actually do this for a living do. You know, it's fucking pitiful. They just hear something and they run with it, and they're allowed to put this shit on a major fucking news network. They're allowed to just totally fucking lie. There were people on shows that still to this day think that Rittenhouse killed black people that day. How is that possible? Do you live under a fucking rock? Because certain people only, you know, they'll listen to one fucking person spew something out and they'll believe it's true. And then they'll run with it and they'll start talking about it because they're mad about it and it's not even true. And it's like you're wasting your fucking breath, you idiot. You should be worried about real deal shit instead of wasting your fucking breath, you know? I don't think Trump is a perv at all. I think Trump is into women, bro. He's into women. He's into women. He's not one of these kid bangers, okay? He's not. There's no way. There's no way. But I want to see something that'll clear his fucking name. I want his name to be cleared. You know, if they're going to throw this out there and they're going to say he was there, well then, you know, I want the name cleared. And I want to also see them actually fucking show us proof that Clinton was there and involved in that shit too. And I want to see him arrested. And I want to, you know, but like, are we ever going to see that? Doubt it. Doubt it. Because shit doesn't work like that anymore. You know, shit just doesn't work like that anymore. The elites get a buy. They get a buy for fucking everything in this country. It's fucking pitiful. It's all Christmas in my house, folks. Look at this. All Christmas in the house. Even being sick, still took out all the Christmas shit and got it ready, huh? Isn't that a good father? It's Christmas time. And shout out to Shy God, man. Sent me a cool fucking thing the other day. Shout out to him, man. Much love, brother. Now, as far as other shit that we could touch on today, there's plenty of fucking drama. I mean, you want to really touch on some topics, there's plenty of shit to talk about having to do with that, but I kind of wanted to save community bullshit for No Hard Feelings, which I couldn't do the last 2 nights. Being sick. I just got my voice back today for the most part. But yeah, as usual, there's always a bunch of shit going on. And also, the New York Mets just scored themselves the best pitcher in the game. I mean, this guy, Max Scherzer, I cannot believe they inked this guy. And I can't believe that I have Met fan friends, at least one of them, who are saying, dude, this guy sucks. He's going to be bad. He's on the downslope of his career. I'm like, dude, this guy on the downslope of his career is probably better than 99% of the fucking players in baseball. So the Mets made themselves a big fucking, they scored 2 really good guys yesterday. And really happy about that. See what happens with that down the road. But the Mets always find a way to blow shit up, so, you know. Yeah, Minnesota, I see you in the chat, buddy. What's
You want to run your mouth? You want to run that cocksucker?
I want to run that. I want to run that cocksucker. Yes, I love that. And you know, it's funny. I said that to Shannon. I said how the mighty will fall, how the hunters become the hunted. Yeah, that is the truth, man. That is the truth. Beats. Sometimes the hunter become the hunted, you know? And they deserve it. They fucking deserve it. They deserve it. Anybody who takes people out for political reasons or for money or for, political pull and this and that, go fuck yourself. You deserve to be fucking hunted. You know? For years, these motherfuckers headhunted so many people and took so many people out. They fucking deserve it now. They deserve it. So it's nice to see, at least the guy being fired today, Chris Cuomo, at least him being fired, at the very least. But of course, they'll have people look into it, and they'll do their own detective work and say, oh, well, there's nothing we can bring him up on charges for. Which is bullshit. We all know that. You're using your job to fucking look into your brother, who is the governor of New York State.
Don't touch the gerbil, man.
That's bullshit. There's got to be something illegal. Got to be.
Touch the gerbil, man. Don't touch my gerbil, man.
You want to touch the gerbil, man?
No, don't touch that gerbil,
Go touch that gerbil, man.
Touch my gerbil, man.
Ripping that burbles and gerbils and
gerbil, man. Gerbil, man.
Jams and bottles, burbles,
man.
man.
Gerbil, man. Gerbils, man. Take my left arm.
My left hand.
Don't touch my gerbil, man. My gerbil. I ain't laughing with you. I'm back on the street, bitch. Toast that salad with a
Tommy NC 2020.
Get some lobster. Let me see the motherfucker.
What I'm after.
Wanna see you repent, you approach you like a pastor. I don't pray on you.
Just let me touch the gerbil, please. I've waited 30 years to touch the gerbil. My hand accidentally touched Crystal's gerbil, but I moved my hand before she found out about it. I'm not a pervert, Ken.
Oh, you're not? Well, this song says you are.
Tommy, baby. Looks like you need a pussy shaving.
Tommy, baby.
Girl, but he couldn't get no pussy in the world, so just eat yourself. You big fugly bitch. Tommy, climb up that ladder to where your ego is, and then jump down to your IQ, you dumb son of a bitch.
Tommy,
just got
Tommy,
raped.
baby.
He had his left arm tied. It was a loop-de-loop. This guy is a retard. Wipe off your face paint and pull out your toy gun. Now shove it up your ass, cause we know you love anal.
Ooh,
Tommy, oh Tommy, baby.
Oh, Tommy.
Bend on over for a dick slaying.
I just want
Tommy,
that
oh Tommy, baby.
I want this tile.
You look like a bearded
Makes me
lady.
feel so moist.
Tommy, oh Tommy, baby. You got dropped on your head
What's
as
the
a
baby?
Tommy, oh Tommy,
Baby.
just wait. Tommy fucking sucks. He pulls your cock out his mouth and plops it in his butt. This dude don't give a motherfuck. His mommy is the cuck queen and his daddy is the cuck. Tommy, oh Tommy, baby. I'll take Keemstar's place and beat your ass after playlist.
Burn to the ground tonight.
Fuck you, you
Trick
retard.
me.
I'm not afraid to say this. Tommy, oh Tommy, baby.
I don't have any coke.
Bend on
I don't have
over,
any
take
coke.
this dick slaying. Tommy,
This
oh
dick's gonna have
Tommy,
me Black
baby.
Mountain.
You look like a fucking lady. Tommy, oh Tommy, maybe. You got dropped on your head as a baby. Tommy, oh Tommy, probably. You got dropped on your head as a baby.
Tommy, oh Tommy, baby. That was by an old friend, Boston Steve, who we miss so much. Good old Boston Steve, with his Tommy song. His Tommy Tart song, sorry. But shout out to you, Danny Tommy, for dropping it like it's hot. I appreciate skits. Skits. You want to touch a gerbil, man, you do that shit on your own time. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Fucking with no gerbil with you, bro. Fuck out of here. No coincidences, Drew. Everything's planned out, Bobby. Doing pretty good, brother. How are you, bro? Maestro, what's going on, brother? How you been? I'm just getting over being a little sick. Aru, what's up? Shout out to you in the chat. Derail, Too Sweet. What's going on? Costanza. J Diz, what's going on with you, brother? How are you hanging out today? Doing good? I'm all fucked up. My throat is killing me right now. Who else we got? YR, what's up? What's going on to you, brother? And yeah. As far as like talking about having to do any drama in the community, there's a lot of shit I want to talk about, but I'm not going to do it on this here today. I'll save it for no hard feelings the next time we do it. I mean, there's a couple of things that I definitely want to talk about, but it could wait. Nothing that important, you know what I mean? Not as important as what's going on in the world, I'll tell you that, with the fucking high school shooting yesterday, another high school shooting, more kids dead. It just seems like a reoccurring fucking thing. A 15-year-old going into a school and killing people. It's just like, what the fuck, man? I mean, think about this for a second. What kind of country do we live in to where we can push a 15-year-old kid to fucking go in and kill people? Like, what pushes a 15-year-old to lose his shit like that and to kill people? I'm sure if we knew the exact reason, we'd be fucking trying to prevent it even more. But I mean, what drives a kid to do that? A 15-year-old. I was made fun of constantly as a kid, bullied, fucked with constantly. Could have fucking snapped very easily, but didn't, because I knew that eventually I'd be out of that school and out of that situation where I wouldn't have to deal with it anymore. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. I think that a lot of these kids don't realize that. They don't realize that things will change. Situations change. You don't need to end all these people's lives and your own. For the most part, they always end up, most of the kids end up dead, but some of them do live as well, man. Like, the last couple of guys that have shot up schools have lived. You know, they caught them. That one real whacked out looking bastard that shot up a school. I mean, that guy was fucking weird looking, dude. There was something fucking wrong with that guy. They should have been able to tell, like, this guy's gonna kill a lot of people, you know. But it's like, this country is so fucked up. It's like the news just picks what they want to report, how they want to report it, and what they want to say about it, and how they want to spin it. And, you know, the editors and all these people are telling them to chase buses and, you know, intimidate jurors and, I mean, like, all this shit, and nobody gets fucking held accountable for it at all, ever. It's like YouTube. It's like going out there and putting out my fucking PayPal account, right? Link to my PayPal account and saying, hey, don't get me anything for Christmas. Don't bless me and my family. Don't do that, but here is my fucking link anyway. It's so blatant. It's like we're fucking, like, do you really think we're that fucking dumb? Do you really think we're that dumb? And I've been saying this the longest fucking time now in this community. Yeah, this community as a whole was very naive when I first came into it, and so was I. But I think over the 5 years that I've been here, this community has fucking grown in leaps and bounds as far as spotting bullshit a mile away. The bullshit was right in our faces when we all first came into this, and we believed it. Everybody ate it up. Everybody believed it. We fell for all the stories and all the bullshit twists and narratives that were thrown at us. We fell for it. Not everybody did. There are people out there that saw through the bullshit right off the bat. And they're very smart and gifted individuals when you can nail bullshit that quick. And not everybody can do that. Right? But there were some individuals that called shit out right off the bat. Right? But now here we are 4 or 5 years later, and it's like, that's why I keep saying, you can't lie to us anymore. The bullshit is just, it's like bread on butter. You can see it right away, right there for your face. You know? Little things like that. Little things like, hey, don't get me anything, but here's my link. It's like, stop, man. Fucking stop. Things can be done such a better way, but like just like this country. And you know something? What's going on in society mirror images our fucking community. 100%. It mirror images our fucking community 100%. Because eventually what goes on in the real world eventually leaks in and starts to happen in our world, in this world here. Our world that we share outside of that fucking world reality. It finds its way. It seeps in through the cracks. Like I always say, it finds a fucking way if you let it. You hear me on here every day crying and moaning that I don't own a fucking home, that I'm not going to be able to put my girls through college, that I want to retire in 10 fucking years because I've been working 22 years already, and I'd like to retire, but I'm not going to be able to because I have to stay at work and stay working even after the point where I could collect 99% of my paycheck retiring. I'm still going to be working to put my daughters through school because there is no way that I'm going to let that debt sit upon my daughters when they get out of college, because I seen with Shannon. Shannon is still paying off her college debt. Still. I am not letting my daughters start their lives out as grown-ups, right, as adults, with a weight over their fucking head, a piano over their head, $50,000, $60,000, $30,000 debt that they have to pay just to get a fucking, a degree that, I got news for you, isn't always worth what it is in money. It's not always worth in money, the weight. It's not always worth it. Because there's a lot of college students out there that have a certain degree that can't find a fucking job anywhere. And they wasted their money by going to college. And that's the truth. I'm not letting my kids do that. So if I have to work the next 30 fucking years or next 20 years, then so be it. So be it. I'm not letting my daughters go out there with that over their head. Now, do you hear me on here every fucking day complaining about it? You hear me ending shows over it? I did 7 hours the other night and I made $5. Made $5 fucking dollars. You hear me crying over it? You hear me fucking saying, guys, please make tonight fun for me. Make tonight fun for me by dropping hundies on me and blessing me, because that's the only way that I know you like me. It's the only way that I know you like my show is if you drop hundies on me and rain it upon me. Give me a fucking break with the complaints, man. Give me a fucking break with it. Nobody's thankful for what the fuck they have. Nobody is thankful for what they have ever. Not nobody, but there's a lot of people that aren't. There's a lot of people that aren't. My foot itches. And my buns. My fucking... My foot and my buns.
My foot itches, my foot itches, my foot. Oh God, oh God. My burns, my burns. Oh Jesus Christ.
Super chat.
Oh God. My buns. Oh Jesus.
How's my favorite nickel today?
That's
Hope
my
you had a
nickel.
great Thanksgiving.
I did,
My
brother.
3-day vacation
nickel.
started right now. Getting
Very
ready
nice.
to go to Nashville tomorrow to watch Bruins play Nashville. Super excited. Hope
Nice.
all is well.
The one and only Mr. Cal Alabama.
Kal-El's going. He's a Boston Bruins fan, diehard Boston Bruins fan. He's going to go see the game, as he said, tomorrow. Shout out to you, brother. Be safe, traveling, have a fun time. It just sucks you cheer for Boston, but, you know, what are you going to do? Everybody's got their teams, you know what I mean? But no, have fun, man. You're always going to cool fucking sporting events, that guy. He's always going to cool shit, man. Shout out to the Kal-El. Matter of fact, we're going to crack one open for Mr. Cal Alabama. Want me to crack one open for you, Cal Alabama?
I'm gonna crack that shit open for the Cal Alabama.
Crack one open for me when you're at the game, bro. Have a nice drink. Sit back, relax, enjoy it. Nothing like going to a hockey game, bro. You know? Hockey games are, they're the best. Best sporting event to go to. And I've been to football, I've been to basketball, I've been to hockey, baseball, obviously. But the best one, by far, is hockey. Nothing like going to a hockey game, you know? Crack one open for Mr. Caldwell for the hockey game, Bubby. Pouring on out for you, homie.
Mr. Cal Alabama, going to the game, live in Alabama. Shit ain't the same, but he cheer for Boston. I don't know why. What you pull a JB shit? Why? Oh my God, you can't cheer for your home team, cause you ain't got one at home. You can cheer for the Dallas Stars, I don't understand why you don't. Why you don't? You got a Boston Bruins fan. Fuck these Boston Bruin fans. I wanna fuck them all with the fucking hand. Make them jerk me off, man, if they can. In the can with Ken, next to Ken like a Mexican. Oh yeah, we could touch on that.
I heard that SC Sleeve. I heard the review of the old SC Steve that used to troll and call into this show and just say stupid shit. You would answer the fucking call. He'd be like, how can they never answer for me? Oh, why don't they answer? What, are they too good for me? And then I finally answer his call and he'd have nothing to say. And it's like, are you kidding me? So now he's calling into certain shows and telling people that I'm too hard on Sean's View. I'm too hard on Sean's View. I talk too much shit about Sean's View and I'm too hard on the guy. I haven't talked about Sean's View in fucking months. Can anybody please tell me the last time they remember me talking about Sean's View? I haven't spoken about the guy in a while. He was way off my radar. I spoke to him on DMs a while back, and that was it. He was way off my radar. I haven't spoken about him or to him, and I haven't been in his chat in months, in a month at least. In at least a month, I have not been in that dude's chat. So obviously it's someone else in his chat because he referenced to me always going into his chat and saying, oh, you're live again. Why don't you spend this time with your kids? And it's like, no, dude, that's not me saying that. Although that is a true statement, and that is something I would say, but it's not me. Not me saying that. Sean's View is off my radar. I already know what that is over there. I already seen it. I already know what it is. And it's something that gets me sick. The pretending, the fakeness, the want to be accepted, the want to make money, the want to fucking be the top guy, the want to like have people bow down to you and kiss your ass because you're some big YouTuber. And it's like, I hear these dudes that are barely over 100 subscribers, they call themselves YouTubers. They're calling themselves YouTubers, some of them. What the fuck, dude? What? You're a YouTuber? You're a fucking YouTuber? Really? Really? No, you're a podcaster. You're a content provider. You're not a fucking YouTuber. None of us are. None of us are. There's really only one fucking YouTuber in this entire fucking community. And we all know who that is. If you want to call anybody a YouTuber in this community, it's him. Am I wrong? Because when you get a guy that's fucking barely over 100 subs calling himself a YouTuber, it's fucking like they're smoking crack. Stop with that shit, man. Stop. Stop. Because anybody can come on here and talk. Anybody. You're a YouTuber. The fuck out of here with that shit. Good night, Mr. Aru. Evil Aru.
Evil Aru's gotta go to work, so we gotta leave the fucking show like a jerk. Man, what the fuck's your problem, Aru? Where you gotta go, dude? You gotta wake up and make the fucking money too, right? Aru has the baby and the crew. I hope everybody doing fucking good too. I love you fucking man, and I'll see you fucking later. See you for the weekend, cross the fucking Vader. I am your father.
Later, Aru. Ronald Booth, bro. Ron Booth. Ron Booth. We got the dude, bro. We got the number one dude in the game, Ron Booth. We got the number one dude in the game, Ron Booth. Number one dude in the fucking game, Ron Booth. Number one pitcher. You know what I mean, bro? Oh my God, Max Scherzer,
Put my dick in it.
Mad Max gonna put his dick in it, bro. Mad Max gonna put his dick in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and the only. He goes by many names. He's been down many roads. But he has one quality that he keeps bringing to the table. And that's
likability. Ladies and gentlemen, our forest ranger for the day. The one and only Young Republican.
We want Rum McCurrican. Oh, we love him. Ooh, we want Young Republican. He's crazy, crazy. He's the one that said shit about your wife's cancer. Oh, and you did nothing. Found my fucking Ken did to you. Ooh, and wear that hat like that. How could you wear a hat like that? Now what's up?
Glad you're back. We missed you in the community. Me and Dave had to put in some work the past couple of days, you know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
And it's just a big hole when you're not around and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously you did the show Saturday or whatever, but you know, a little NHF, like we need that fixed.
I was gone for a day, basically, man.
The holidays, it's the holiday season, so you know, people gotta understand. But you owe us an NHF, a good one.
Yeah, I know. Nikki was ready to go, but I just couldn't do it, man. My voice was gone. I slept so much the last 2 days, 3 days. It's not even funny.
What's wrong with y'all's fucking voices, bro? Everyone's fucking. All right.
Well, Dave's voice is like that because he went to fucking town singing, you know. So, but I thought he was sick, but then I heard him singing, and I was like, okay, that's how his voice is like that. And Shannon, she could barely speak right now too.
4, 2, 30.
Well,
dude. Oh my God, this is the best, bro.
Yo, for real. I can't get my shit fixed, bro. Weird.
I took my baby on a Saturday bang. Boys, girl, with you, yes, we're the same. Don't believe miracles happen tonight. Dangerous. The girl is so dangerous. 4, 2, 39, 56, 56,
Yeah, Dave, what a memorable
You had to
fucking.
clip that shit.
What a stream, bro. Of course I did, bro. Come on. That's one of the most clippable worthy shit that I've heard in a fucking.
My father-in-law smokes his turkey.
You know what I mean? It's one of those, bro. It's like.
Dave had to bring in the relievers for that stream. You know, I was in there. We had, Minnesota Vikings, Dr. Brown. So it was fun. You know what I'm saying?
You mean the Minnesota Vikings?
You want to run your mouth? You want to run that cocksucker? Drew, you're a pompous, arrogant fucking asshole. You can go fucking suck a fucking dick. I'm out of here, you fucking pompous, arrogant asshole.
I will eat your ass.
Oh, me and Minnesota are cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, he came in hot the other night, man. He was pissed at Drew, man. He was fucking.
You had two great not fights, but you had two great battles, arguments on your show. The Dave Rose and Tommy thing.
Oh,
Really,
yeah.
Y'all, but and then the Drew shit, which Drew didn't do nothing wrong. I told Minnesota that. I'm like, you know.
Yeah, Drew did nothing wrong at all. Yeah, not at all.
But been a lot of drama for sure. That's why there's that, emergency NHF this week. Hopefully.
Well, Tommy has been, I think, dealing with some shit behind the scenes, which I have nothing to do with because I haven't even spoken to Tommy in the longest time, and I'm not going to speak to him for a while, just simply because of the bullshit, and, I'm done getting wrapped up in he said, she said shit with this fucking retard that he has as a friend, and Danny MT, this fucking bully retard. I'm not going to get myself involved in it anymore with the fucking bullshit. I'm just not going to do it. And I haven't done it in the longest time because I don't speak to him about him. Like I've said a million times, Tommy has come to me in the past about this asshole. So, I'm not going to fucking sit there and keep going on about shit when he won't come on air and admit it. Come on air and fucking tell people what the real deal is. But for some reason, I guess he don't want to do that. And I think he's intimidated and scared. But that's a whole nother, situation.
It's like, okay, we get it, Danny MT, and people have their, we have individual issues with him, but it wouldn't, and I don't even want to bring this up, but I'm going to do it in a way where it's respectful to you. There's only one person to blame for bringing all these assholes back and continuing to bring other assholes back in this community. There's one guy to blame. He brought a big one in today, and shit's going to go hit the fan later on today.
Why? Who? What?
Tony brought Prince back. He's trying to get everyone to be accepting of him, and didn't we forget what Prince did, bro?
Hey, you know what? Listen, honestly, what goes on Tony's channel doesn't affect any of us. So.
Well, no, but when he brings Danny MT on and stuff, don't you think that kind of brings these people back in the community type thing? It
gives them a voice, but it doesn't bring them necessarily back into the community. You know what I mean?
You don't like, but like we're the bad guys for not allowing people now, and like now we're being made the bad guys for not giving people second chance. It's like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like,
Oh, we listen. I bet you some of those people that are considered to not have a second chance wouldn't even want a second chance and want to stay the fuck away from us, just like we want them to stay the fuck away from us, and we want to stay away from them. So I think that those people would even agree. Like, yeah, do your shit on your side. Let us do our shit on our side. And nobody has anything to say. If somebody's got something to say, well, then fucking say it and let's do it. You know what I mean? But other than that, shut the fuck up and do your thing.
we're not.
You know what I mean?
For not letting certain people on anymore.
Yeah, that shit's over with because those days have already been, like the second, the third, the fourth chances have already been established. And you know, and I'm not saying anybody in particular. I'm just saying, like, obviously, if they're not around right now, they don't want to be here, and we don't want, and you know, some people don't want them here. So that's the bottom line. You know what I mean? So any way you cut it, I think eventually everything falls the way that it's supposed to. Now, if Tony wants to go and bring these people onto his shit, that's his business. Have fun with it, man. I hope that works out for you, bringing those people on. You know, I hope they're talented enough to make your channel great. Because all I know is I deal with the same core people that I've always dealt with on here. I've always kept my boys and my friendships. And, like, let's face it, that's my family that I work with on here. Filthy, Chris, my wife. You know,
And I was telling someone the other day, like, Ken's crew has always been solid. There's been no breakups.
Never.
No, ever. He's had the solid.
And I heard somebody say, "Oh, did him and Lucky Low?" And it's like, no, me and Lucky Low have had a million arguments, but we always maintain friendship. We always maintain being cool with each other, still to this day.
Y'all are real humans that really like interact. It's weird just how people just change like that just for. I'm not going to say any names, but it's just weird how people act in this community. Why can't people just toe the line? It's not that hard to toe the line, bro. Just don't.
Because you know what it is, dude? You know what it is, bro? It's like some people feel like they're in a box and they have to make noise to be seen or heard. They got to complain to be seen or heard. They got to fucking paint the picture for you of their life to be seen or heard. And it's like they don't get it. They don't get that, like, there's other people in this world with fucking problems too. They don't get that there's, like, Tommy NC 2010. Like, I've had to explain to him a million fucking times. Like, dude, I understand what happened to you sucks. And losing a parent is horrible. But do you know how many people have lost parents in this community since I've been here? A lot. A lot of people. A lot of people. So, like, I understand you're down and out and times are shitty. But you got to understand you're not by yourself. People go through this shit all the fucking time, and they're going to continue to go through it, and I'm going to go through it, and you're going to go through it, and we're all going to go through it. So it's like, what's the sense of fucking going on to Twitter or going on to fucking your YouTube channel and sitting there and fucking bitching and moaning about it or threatening to end your shit when people love you? You got people out there that fucking love what you do, and you're going to go and use them? You're going to go use them to your advantage? Oh, I'm going to end my shit unless people step up and make me feel wanted again.
Like, is that directed towards Tommy or Joe?
Well, towards whoever is like that.
All right.
And we have a couple of people like that in this community. So, you got your people that are like that in this community. There's no doubt about it. And it's like pussy shit. Like, yeah, I'm a guy who's fucking shed tears on this fucking shit. I get it. I could be, some people will look at that and be like, fucking dude's crying online. But I put my emotions on here. I don't hide who I am. I don't hide it for a fucking second, what I am and who I am. This is me. I'm not playing a character. I'm not playing a fucking character. I don't think I'm a YouTuber. I don't come on here and expect it.
Well, people get things misconstrued because it's like I may, suck the kin cock a little bit here and there, kiss the ass, but...
And I even give you shit for that.
Really,
but dude,
we know each other for a long time. So
I give you shit for that, though. Do I not?
Well, yeah, but like when I'm not, like when I'm going out of my way, I don't want to say go out of my way, but when I'm agreeing with, okay, we're not gonna fuck with this guy or the prince and stuff. I'm gonna be on board. I'm not gonna be like Tony and try to go against that grain. You know what I'm saying? Even though we had stuff in the past, me and you.
Well, dude, listen, you did at one point. You did at one point because you went against the grain to try to make noise, and I think that's what these people are doing. They're going against the grain to try to establish them.
Relationships with me, whether it's just interacting on shows or advice, is more important than bringing the shitters on again.
But see, you figured that out. You figured that out, and it took a while for you to figure that out, right? And it wasn't too late for you to figure that out and still have a spot here in the community, right? But for but for other people, I think it's too late. I think that like it's already too late. So like
it's all blatant and in our face now. Like it's like
like you can go and do all that, and you can go and obviously have who you want on your show. I have nothing to say about it. I mean, I don't give a fuck who, other than myself. I don't care who's putting on who. I really don't. Other than myself, if my friends are putting shitters on, I go talk to them and try to come to a conclusion with that. But other than that, it's none of my business, man. You know what I mean? And like they make their own decisions and choices of what these people are, and and they know what's what. So,
And the proof is in the pudding. I mean, if people kind of, if Tony's or others maybe, I don't want to say acted like YR, but moved like YR.
Yeah, the proof is in the pudding.
I'm the one interacting with Ken right now.
Yeah, the proof is in the pudding.
Proof is in the pudding, bro.
It's true.
Stop the baloney.
Stop the baloney, bro.
You going live tonight?
That's what we got to do. We got to stop the baloney, folks.
Stop the baloney.
That's the new motto for 2022. Welcome to 2022. Let's stop the baloney.
Stop the baloney.
No more baloney.
Stop the baloney.
The fake people should be pushed the fuck out. Push them the fuck out.
Stop the baloney.
All the fakeness needs to be called out and pushed out and swept away in 2022. Plain and simple.
We do that. We call out. I mean, you, Rose, Nine, Mars.
And you know what? We got to keep doing that. We got to keep doing that because that goes back to what I said a couple of episodes ago when I said, what don't you get? When I was talking to Tony, these people have fought for this community to be the way that it is. Like we have all fought our ground to get this ground, to get like where we are with each other and how everything's set up right now. And there's people who are very comfortable in this platform that we have where there's shows over here and there's shows over there, right? And anybody can go to any chat they want and have fun, and nobody's got to answer to nobody. Nobody's got to go, why are you on my ass for being in this chat? Nobody's got to say, oh, God, if I go over there and Foulmouth Ken spots me in his chat, oh, I'm done. He's going to kick me right out of his chat. He's going to take my wrench away. Like, you don't have to worry about that here, ever. Ever. There's other spots you got to worry about that on. You all know what spots those are. God forbid you're seen in my chat, then you're those other people then. You're those other people now.
The New Yorkers, the New York show,
Whatever he wants to call it for this week, All I know is, it takes a certain type of person to fucking go and put your shit all on Twitter and act like, oh, nobody sent me anything for Christmas, but here's my link. It's like, come on, man, with this shit. You think we're that dumb?
Well, there's some in the community that he thinks are probably.
He definitely does, dude. There's no doubt about it.
Uses that shit.
He really thinks a lot of us are just dumb motherfuckers, man. He really does think that. And that's like what he said to me back in the day when I first started talking to him and shit, where he called the people that watch the shows, what the fuck's that name again? When you're, what? Yeah, like when you're not a civilian, exactly. Like when you're in the military and you're talking about regular people, you call them civilians. That's what this guy says to me, civilians. Like, what? And the dude that was listening to my conversation that was sitting next to me that I was working with, he looked over at me when he said that, like with these eyes, like, what the fuck? Like, he goes, is this guy a huge YouTuber? And I'm like, no, dude, he only had 30,000 subs at that point. And I was like, no, dude, this guy's got 30,000 subs. Like,
well, this isn't a dig towards Canadians, but you know how people say, Canadians smug or assholes? Like, that's how people from Boston are. Like, they think they know everything. They think, what I'm saying? It's weird. And I respect more than Bostonians.
And you know what? I get it with the New Yorkers, too. There are a lot of smug-ass piece of shit New Yorkers who are, like, quick to fucking just curse you out and this and that. And I know that doesn't, everybody in Boston's like that, because I know they're not, because I love going to Boston. I love walking around Boston. It's a beautiful fucking city. It's a beautiful history that it has, good and bad, and it's a beautiful place to go visit. And the people are cool, man. I never had a problem with anybody from Boston, but once you get to know a person from Boston after a while, the people that I've got to know on here after a while, there are some cool ones, and then, obviously there's some fucking crazy ones, but it's the same thing. Like, if you're going to go call New York out, call your own fucking spot out. You know what I mean? You're going to go call New Yorkers out, well, go take a look at your fucking self, because Boston ain't too far away from New Yorkers, all right? So you could tag them the same way you tag me and saying he's New Yorkers. He could tag himself that way, too, because, same shit. Huh?
Still East Coast mind frame. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, That's mostly what it is, yeah. That's mostly what it is. East Coast mind frame. You're right.
But the New York is more strong with it.
Well, all I know is New York, Boston, they were both involved in 9/11. The fucking plane took off from Boston. That fucking went into the Trade Center.
Yeah.
We wanted to go fuck up Boston that day because we heard that. Their airport should have stopped those people. They dropped the ball.
Oh, they came from Boston, right?
Yeah, one of the planes did. I'm obviously joking around, but but still, they were in 9/11 too. They had shit that went down. Plus the Boston bombings. Those people have dealt with bullshit too, man. As far as cities, same thing with where you live. You guys have had to deal with the worst fucking hurricanes and fucking flooding, and last year was that whole fucking the freeze over that you guys had to go through and all that shit. And it's every state is dealt with shit, but the one state that is I guess the devil of the U.S. is California in my eyes. That's the fucking.
Out of all my years of living, I never seen until the past couple of years going to the grocery store and there's nothing on the shelves. The toilet paper stuff with the one thing, and then the freeze, there was nothing on. And blackouts, I've never seen that before. So when people say we're going to hell in the handbasket, we're already in hell inside the handbasket. We're already there. If you look at everything.
It's pretty bad out there, man. I'm happy about Max Scherzer, bro. How the fuck?
What did you go to?
Dude, he went to the Mets, bro. He signed with the fucking New York Mets, bro.
Got out of L.A.? Why would he get out of L.A.?
Because they traded for him, and he was on the last year of his contract, and L.A. traded for him. He went over there. They thought they were going to win a World Series with him, but nope. And the Mets came in and just snatched it right away. And you know what? He said he didn't want to play in New York, which, I was like, oh fuck, there goes that.
That's different, bro, than fucking.
Well, I mean, obviously.
Is it in Is it in the city?
What?
The Met Stadium.
No, it's in Queens, bro. It's on the border of Long Island and Queens.
I remember I flew over it.
The new Coliseum, the new place where the Islanders play, is a block away from Citi Field, where Shea Stadium used to be.
Oh, that's where they call it Citi Field.
Yeah, in Flushing, Queens. Flushing borders Long Island. It's the border of Long Island.
He's he's the best pitcher in the league.
Well, my friend, who's a diehard Met fan, he was like, dude, that's not. They just wasted a ton of money, and I'm like, why? This guy's great. Yeah, he was great 4 or 5 years ago. I'm like, no, this guy was great last year. He was good last year too. Dude, he's on the downslope of his career. I'm like, that's why they only signed him to a 3-year contract, man. We only have him 3 years. And it's you got to win in those 3 years. Now we have the best 1-2 punch in probably all of baseball with DeGrom and Scherzer, bro. Those two guys together.
Yeah.
And we lost one of our best pitchers too, man, Thor, which was hard to lose him. And he went to the Angels. So, and I was pissed off about that because I'm like, man, we lost a really good pitcher. We don't even have a 1-2 punch anymore. And then they signed Scherzer a day later. I was like, holy fuck, bro.
Just signed that shortstop for a big
ass.
Yeah,
dude, dude, the Mets also signed the fucking center fielder from the Oakland A's, who's fucking amazingly good, this kid.
Mets are going to be in it this year, watch.
You would think that, but knowing the Mets, they're probably going to shit the bed again.
Do they have any good hitters or no?
Well, they're losing a couple of hitters too. They lost Conforto. They're going to lose. They lost the shortstop that we traded for from the Cubs. and we might lose the other shortstop. I don't know, man. So I don't know about the hitting wise. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but pitching wise, holy shit! Watch out. Watch the fuck out. But we'll see what happens.
No one else is calling in?
Huh?
No one else is calling the show?
No, I wasn't really going to take phone calls anyway.
No, I had to call in and get the word out because at the end of the day, bro, YR is talking to Ken. Okay? So.
What do you mean, bro? Everything was fine.
Motherfucking pudding. It's called, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to have that.
But everything was fine with us. What do you mean? Like, what was somebody?
No, I'm saying when people make dumb decisions and associate with certain people, they don't get the benefits of having a Ken and others.
The proof is in the pudding.
Listen, let me tell you something. I didn't fuck with. I wasn't on Tony's shit. And Tony wasn't on my shit before this went down. Correct? Right or wrong?
Is true.
Right?
We've all pulled back on interactions.
And honestly, the only reason I'm on today during the day is because I'm homesick from work. I don't have time to fucking... And when I was on my other job, I had time to fucking jump on live streams during the day because of the job that I was working. Now I can't do that. So, like, that changed as well. So, like, he could sit there and fucking say, oh, look at this person, come on here. And you could sit there and say, well, you don't get the benefits of it, Ken, or this or that. But the real fact of the matter is, I don't have a lot of time to fucking jump on other shit anyway. You know what I mean?
Like, let's switch places. If YR was pulling all this shit that Tony was doing, would he be able to call into the show right now, like right now? Or would you be like, fuck no, not YR? Like, obviously, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, because like
that's kind of what I'm getting to. Like,
yeah, I get that.
Community, you reap those, you suffer those repercussions.
Well, dude, listen, one of my gripes is like when I came to you and asked you about, hey, yo, man, they're putting my fucking address in your chat constantly. You dealt with it. You fucking went into your shit, put the words into where it had to be put into, and made sure it never happened again. Out of respect to me, as another person on here who does shows and has supporters of his own.
Care who it was, Scott somehow, whatever, like anyone's address, and it doesn't matter. It shouldn't be in chats.
Yeah. So, but bottom line is what I'm saying is you fixed it. 1, 2, 3. You know, when I go to him about shit, it's like yeah, sure, no problem, and then it keeps happening. It's kind of like how Sean's View did me. Yeah. Sean's View was like yeah. I'm gonna take care of it. And didn't give a fuck that my address was in there. I mean, he didn't care that his own address was in there. So why the fuck would he care about mine, right? And I saw that, you know? And it's like almost the same thing with him. It's like, you know, you obviously don't give a fuck. Your own address is in there. So obviously you could care less if mine's in there. And then once you see that, then you go ahead as planned and you got to react to it the way that you react to it. And my way of reacting to it is, fuck it. I'm just not going to watch. I'm not going to interact. And I'm not going to, you know, and that's the main reason of why I don't fucking interact is because there's grimy ways of doing shit. There's shitty ways of doing shit. You know, you want to come in and run a company the right way or do you want to run your shit the wrong way? You know, obviously you get more fucking bees with honey. Obviously you get more respect when you give it. You know, obviously when you look out for other people, they do the same for you. You know, so one hand washes the other. You know? And that's the way it is in this community. And if you don't want to get down with the one hand washes the other and give respect to those who earned it, then go fuck yourself. Plain and simple. You know?
The proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding, bro. You know, you got to stop the baloney in 2022.
Stop the baloney.
That's what you got to do. That's what it all comes down to. Stop the baloney in 2022. No more baloney. No more bullshit. No more baloney bullshit. It's time to get real. It's time to get fucking real. You know? No more fucking complaining. No more fucking... Come on here and do what you're here to do. Do what you're here to do. What are we fucking on here to do? What are we here to do?
Have a good time, entertain.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. If it's anything other than that, you know what? Like, you want to... Then that's your business. You want to come in here and make it about... crying about, you know, what I don't have and what I need, then that's what you're going to do. You want to come on here and fucking and act like you're a fucking YouTuber, then that's what you're going to do. You're going to act like you're a fucking YouTuber, you know? But with that said, all of us, like I've been saying, see through the bullshit a mile away. So Nice try, but it's not going to work. You know? And I'm not speaking to anybody specific. I'm just saying, like, anybody who wants to come in here and jerk us around, make a channel for 2 months trying to attack people, and then deletes their shit and runs away, you're a pussy. Get the fuck out of here. You weren't wanted to begin with. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like, you know, enough is enough, man. Get real. Get a life.
So have you been watching, like, any of my shows the past 3 or 4 days?
I just caught up today on your show from, I guess, yesterday, and I was commenting on the SC Steve shit that he was saying, and he's on...
No, I had a situation with C-Man. I had to call out some stuff on that, and he got all butthurt and stuff. But...
Yeah, I heard that, too. I heard what happened with that shit, too, you know.
I mean, I didn't want it to go that way, but... You know, I can't bite my tongue on the Scott stuff. Like, if any amount or whatever, like, I have to say stuff about the Scott thing. Just any interactions, anything with him, I'm pretty firm on now.
Like,
I know.
What did you say exactly to make them, you know, to make C-Man have that reaction? Like, did you say, like...
Well, I went live, and because he went live over me after he reacted, but basically how I explained it, it's like, okay, we get everyone wants... You know, is wishing Scott well with his rehab, blah, 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 blah. I think he's bullshit, and I don't believe him one bit, number one. That's just me. Because in the past in Scott, he's lied about hospital, he's lied about everything. He's a liar.
So, yeah, I get you. I get you.
And at the end of the day, the guy has never really, like, when he's been cool with us, yeah, he's been nice. But for the most part, he's always been hateful. He's always wished death against us. So why should we fucking... wish any type, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to hear people give him a compliment on his t-shirt that he's, or a new t-shirt. Like, nothing, bro. The guy's a piece of shit. Because when you give him compliments and shit like that, that makes him think, oh, he's wanted. Oh, there's people in the community that want me, so I'll stick around and stay. That's all I was coming from.
Yeah.
I might be a little nitpicky with it, but no mention of Scott in this community. It doesn't need to happen. Like, he already deleted his channel, so let's leave it at that.
I get that, but, like, what other people are saying and doing, like, it's really none of our business. You know what I mean? Like, it's really none of our business.
This is your community. This is my motherfucking community. Like, we were in the trenches with Scott, bro. Not these assholes. They were just listening and watching it. We were in the motherfucking shit with Scott. You know what I'm saying? That's why I get a little more pissed and passionate.
I know, but you can't govern your shit to that extent, because it's like, everybody has the right to go and do what the fuck they want, dude. You know what I mean? So you got to keep that in mind. Everybody has the right to go and do whatever the fuck they want, you know? And we've all done the same shit. Maybe not as much. Maybe we learned, you know, faster or slower. I don't know. But we all been down almost the same road. But, like, you know, the only thing you can do is react to what is done and make your decisions upon that. You know what I mean? And, you know, like, if you made a decision on, like, not doing something or doing something, and somebody comes to you and says, why the fuck did you do this? You shouldn't have done this. It's like, fuck you. I'm going to do what I want to do. You know, I'm my own person, you know? And I get that. If somebody wants to fucking talk to this person or support them, that's their business, man, you know? And then you just got to react to it in your way, you know? And that's it. You know,
they're not going to be interacting with me.
Well, listen, if you want to call them out, you have every right to. You know what I mean? You don't want to call them out and just move on and move forward. That's your right to do that too. So, I mean, we all have a right to do whatever the fuck we want, you know? And I get what you're saying. But, you know, and a couple of people were like, whoa, are these guys, like, I heard Scott trying to butter up certain people in the community. And these people sent me messages too, like, hey, man, I heard that, you know, Scott was buttering up a couple of these dudes. Like, are they supporting him now? And I was like, I doubt they are. Like, and if they were, like, let them then. If that's what they want to do, I mean,
at the end of the
it sucks, but
people know better for giving Scott the benefit of the doubt. That's kind of what it boils down to. How, out of all that we heard this guy say over the years, why are you going to believe this guy now? You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was still doing this channel clipping bullshit and all the same Scott tactics. So
yeah.
It's like,
yeah, that shit is old, and I guess. You know what? You know what's funny though? You know what's funny? It's like he has a couple of supporters, Scott, right? But then he goes and he pulls a move where he deletes his channel or gets rid of it again. And it's like, if you were really talking truth and you were really that much the truth and it really meant that much, why would you keep deleting? Why would you keep moving on? Why would you keep privating? Why? Why? It just proves to me you're a fucking liar. You don't even want your own words to stand up there for people to hear. You know what I mean? Every single fucking episode I've ever done is on here. Unless YouTube took it the fuck down and I couldn't put it back up. Every single fucking word, the good and the bad. And there's been plenty of times where I've heard myself on shows and I said, oh my God, why the fuck did I say that? That was so dumb of me to say. But it's still up there. Look at the comments underneath my videos. There's people bashing the fuck out of me. They're still up there. They're still up there. And you know what? I feel bad for the trolls that they can't go hit the dislike button anymore. Oh, you poor trolls can't hit the dislike button anymore.
You have to do like buttons right.
Yeah, you poor BBs can't hit the down like button. And you know what? That shit didn't bother me anyway. But it's so fucking funny to know that that fucking turns their stomach that they can't hit the dislike button and make you see it. And you know what? It also makes me think, what kind of fucking pussies are we in this society that you got to take away the fucking like button? Motherfucker, you got to be able to take the good with the fucking bad. Because then you don't deserve the fucking good if you can't take the fucking bad.
Well, just like, you know, certain individuals in this community when the whole, I mean, I'm not going to mention names, but, you know, blaming certain people for trying to fight certain people and shit and all that, and, you know, throwing out all these weird accusations, and then when the heat's on them, it's like this huge deal, and I gotta go, and it's weird how certain people. I mean, look, I've been guilty of leaving and getting heated and making stupid decisions quickly without thinking, but I'm learning day to day this, but, you know, I'm getting better every day.
I've done that too, man. You know, make quick decision, or you make a comment to somebody and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. It happens, man. It happens. But my point before with you was saying, like, you've been down that road with certain things, and people are like, well, why does YR get to fucking, you know, come back? Why does YR get to blah, blah, blah? And it's like, because there's certain things that were done and said that he did do right. So you got to take the good with the bad. There's other people that can barely do right in this community, ever. Like an SC Steve. Can barely ever do the right thing in this community. You know, and it's those people that I'm staying the fuck away from, and I don't want nothing to do with, you know. And I could hear in SC Steve's voice how hurt he is that he's not a part of shit. And you know what? I'm sorry that it's like that. I really am sorry it's like that. But you made it that way, not me. You made it that way, not me. And these other people made it that way, not me. Not Dave, not Nick, not Mars, not Filthy Mouth Gamer, not Shannon, not Chris, not you. They made it that way. By the way, shout out to Shy God for sending me this beautiful carving board. Dang. New York Islanders carving board. Look how fucking cool that is.
Like for meats and vegetables and stuff?
Yeah, you carve on it. Look. Look at that. Isn't that nice?
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful? Shout out to Shy God, man. That's friggin' beautiful, man. He's going to be expecting something in the mail in return for Christmas from me very soon, I told him. But shout out to you, Shy God. Thank you, bro. This is really nice, man. Shannon loved it and hung it right up in the kitchen. Very nice, man. Thank you. So, yeah. But, you know, listen, man, it is what it is, bro. You know, there's a lot of touchy-feely people in the community. Some people I will bend over for, and I will take it a little for them, because that's what you got to do sometimes. Because sometimes you got to, if you want to be friends with certain people, then you got to understand who they are. And if you want to be friends with them, then you got to be able to deal with the shit. And vice versa, them to deal with your shit in return. If you got somebody you don't want to deal with their shit, you don't have to at all. You could just turn the other cheek like I did with Bullfrog. You know, like I did even before he was banned on my show. You know, I turned the cheek from him because I could see what was going on, and I wasn't going to let him keep playing me and my channel and my people and my audience as a tool. Not happening. You don't get to take what what we've done over these years and just utilize it for yourself. Not happening here, bro. Nope. You know, and I like Bullfrog. I really do. I like him in for different reasons, you know. And obviously, I dislike a lot of the shit that he does too, for many reasons, like a lot of people do. But you know, at the end of the day, I like the guy, but not enough to like talk to him every day and be on live streams with him. You know, to be honest. Does that mean that he doesn't belong here on YouTube? Because I say I don't want to deal with him? No, he belongs anywhere he wants to go. Anybody that'll accept him, that's his business, you know? I don't have nothing to say about it. If Bullfrog's on these shows, that's his business, man, you know? But yeah, I don't deal with him in that sense, you know? I said to him, you want to be cool with me? You want to be my friend? Yeah, I want to be your friend. Okay. Well, if you want to be friends with me, then me and you will be friends outside of this. Like outside of my live streams. You want to talk to me on DMs, you want to talk to me on Skype, I'll be your friend and I'll talk to you. I'll hear you out just like you'll hear me out. But, you know, it's got to be without this. Yeah. And he knows that. You know what I mean? He knows that. Ladies and gentlemen, the guy who interjects himself into everybody's shows, the one and only Dave Rose. Hello, Dave.
Fix the mic again. A little under the weather actually. Just I don't know. I'm really tired. Still haven't recovered my voice. I don't know if I heard you right.
Yesterday.
What's that? I don't sound that.
How could you have a voice after that?
No, yesterday you were really raspy. You sound way better.
Well, the day before I was even worse. That's where, you know, I got hit up by a bunch of people asking, "Are you sick?"
Yeah, that's what I thought. But then I heard that stream and I was like, "That's where he lost his voice. That's where it was."
Yeah, but it doesn't help that I've been, you know, a little too much stress and smoking way too much. But you know, the tobacco's. But I wasn't sure, Ken, if and I don't want to, you know, mess with your vibe on the show, but I wasn't sure if you were going to talk about the SC Steve stuff tonight on NHF, or if did I even hear correctly you doing NHF tonight, or did you?
I didn't speak to Nick yet. I didn't speak to Nick yet, so I don't know for sure. But if Nick's around tonight, I'm going to ask him if he could do it, but I'm not sure yet.
But the SC Steve stuff, were you going to cover that there, or were you just going to?
Well, I was going to, you know, talked about it.
You sent me a few messages about that today, and
yeah, I mean, I hit on it a little and said, you know, that it's not me in this fucking guy's chat. You know, every time he goes live, like, "Oh, why aren't you with your family?" You know, because SC Steve is like, "Oh, you know." Here, matter of fact, I'll play the clips that I'm talking about, so you guys can hear it exactly what I'm talking about. Because he said a lot. You know what I mean? He said a lot on those streams. So I'm just trying to find out where they are. Hold on one second.
Tony's the one who's allowing these people in, man. You know.
Here we go, right here. Let me see here. Is this the one? YR, what show is your show listed on your channel right now? The one that was from last night?
I blocked him so Tony couldn't review it because he's being a dick this morning. I'll unblock him right now for you.
That's why it's gone now.
Always.
But yes.
No, you know how he is, bro. He gets cocky and wants to feel. I'm like, all right, motherfucker.
No, but I want to talk about how, you know, Ken, you recognized a lot of stuff that I was talking about the other day. And, you know, the SC Steve stuff is transparent.
Yeah.
The guy is fucking so hurt, just like you said a little bit earlier, about not being around, being rejected because of his actions.
Yeah.
And yet he's like a typical fucking bitch who cannot take responsibility for their actions.
It's
say,
clear.
well, I don't understand why people are rejecting me. Like, I should just be able to do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Taking a page from the Bullfrog playbook.
Yep. And he has a lot to say.
He is. Sorry?
He has a lot to say about all these situations. And,
sure
you know,
does.
so he's obviously, you know, keeping a close eye on everything.
Very much he is.
Yeah.
But it's here's the thing, though. I'm tired of saying it, but the fact is, this guy's not a good guy. He uses comedy to try to disarm people. He's constantly trying to make it sound like he's joking and stuff. But if you start to really look into his mannerisms and to what he says, he is malicious. And it's true. And he likes to laugh at that and make fun of that, probably because he knows it's fucking hitting the nail on the head. He's a bad person. He's a really bad person.
Yeah,
and yet people might think, "Oh, Dave, you're overreacting or you're over-exaggerating." No, I know this. I can see it. And it just blows my mind that so many people have just fallen for his spell. Or at least did.
Well, look how many years I was fucking around with him before he was finally like cut off for good. You know, I tried so many times to like make it work with that dude, you know, and it's
That's because you have a big heart and you try to give people multiple chances to, you know, straighten up their game, which isn't a bad trait at all. But the thing is, though, it eventually got to the point where you know, it became so fucking clear. Yeah. And then when you know, started even questioning him, then he went full malicious on you, saying something as stupid as you were going out spreading COVID on purpose.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, apart from all the things that could affect in your life, he only said it because he was a bitch, because he was mad at you for criticizing you. And what happens when somebody criticized Dave Rose?
Well, Dave,
certainly not fucking these malicious fucking
that's
statements.
all it turned
into.
8-hour
fucking drama show on you, but certainly not going to fucking accuse you of things that you're not doing or commit crimes.
That's all it turned into with him after a while was not a fan, not support, not having fun. It was just a constant criticism, a constant find what's wrong inside everything. And it's like, who the fuck wants to deal with that? Who wants to hear that all the fucking time?
And that's a great point, Ken.
You know?
Because he was saying, this community's dead, this community's dead.
This community's far from dead. Far from fucking dead. Far from dead.
Well, he's dead to us, basically.
Yeah.
But it's just so funny. All these people who don't contribute, who just want to be included on shows to be able to call in anytime they fucking want, they're critical of what's going on, but they won't do anything to say, I can do it better. If they know it better, well, then they should be able to do it better.
Yeah.
So why aren't they doing it?
Yeah.
Fuego,
and you know what? Another thing that I forgot about too was, you know, I don't want to get off the current topic we're on right now, but the Joe Cronin fucking video from the other day where he made a
the Schwarzenegger.
He made a Schwarzenegger movie promo. Okay, a Schwarzenegger movie promo.
I didn't watch it. I saw that it was released.
That was the first thing I put on my channel. Was a Schwarzenegger movie promo.
It was like your first bit.
It's like the first thing I ever put on here.
That's what was eating at my mind. Is like, where have I seen this before?
Yeah, and it's almost verbatim. The skit and the words that are being used, and it's like, listen, I wouldn't give a fuck, and I wouldn't even mention it. But if you're gonna sit there and tell every man and woman alive that talks to you behind the scenes that Ken copies every fucking thing I do, he took my fucking supporters away, he goes and attacks my main supporters on my channel. Like fucking No Chin over there. Like I went and fucking attacked him or something. I woke up to him bashing the fuck out of my hockey team, so I bashed his hockey team back. That's attacking his, his supporters all of a sudden.
You said you sent a few tweets and then he blocked you.
Yeah, and that's like me, attacking his supporters, I guess. But it's like, don't sit there and fucking accuse me of this shit and then go and do something like that and not think you're gonna get me to like I'm gonna not say something back. Like.
Especially Ken. Like, come on, Ken.
Like, come on. You know what I mean? He had
to
have
remember
known.
That you did?
Huh?
Did you remember you did that bit, or like someone reminded you that you did? Because that was a long ass time ago.
Well, no, dude. Right off the bat, somebody sent me, dude. Did you see the Schwarzenegger bit? And I was like, which one? What are you talking about? Oh, Joe did one. And I started laughing right away, like, oh god.
Yeah, but Ken's constantly done Schwarzenegger bits for the longest time.
Yeah, and his Schwarzenegger is not good at all, bro. He sounds like a cartoon version of
the
it.
ride back shit from you, there's countless.
Yeah, that's what he does, Joe,
forced,
bro.
Ken, I understand he's a little forced.
Yeah, that's what Joe does, bro. He is a fucking hack. I'm sorry to say it. You know what? Like, part of me loves some of the shit. Well, I used to like some of the shit he did, but. Like now, like it's just so blatant sometimes. I guess he's running out of shit to do, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Well, it's a Boston thing because Tony steals the shit out of your shit, bro. I'm talking sound bits. I'm talking doing the Italian voice. Bro, he's hacking your ass. Like, it's a Boston thing. Steal and lie.
Should I steal that from him?
It's my Jay-Z laugh.
Should I steal that from Tony?
Hey, I'm just having a horrible day today.
Having a horrible day today. Back's killing me. I'm hurting.
But SC Steve, since you didn't want to, lose track too much, but I know that some people have come around, but some people still question. It's like, Dave, why do you go so hard on the guy? Why about, all this stuff? And look, he's a very bad person. I'm not going to say he's pure evil like some others, but I will say that he's just a very bad person. And I saw it from day one, this manipulative, slimy thing. And I've just encountered it a lot with Latinos of his type. And it's just a fact because that's also part of my heritage. But I just know the type. I know the type. And personally, he disgusts me. If I look at him, hear his voice, he makes me physically ill. He's just a disgusting, vile individual, and he doesn't deserve any mercy. He should just fuck off.
Dave, would you put RP in the same category as SC?
He's not as bad, actually. And I fucking admitted it when I fucking finally realized
I wouldn't.
it.
I definitely
would. I'm like, I can't believe I'm admitting that Jacob RP is better than fucking
He's
SC
not even
Steve.
close to
They're
SC
both
Steve
smart
level.
asses,
Yeah, but he's not even close to SC Steve
RP is
level.
not malicious. He's just a
Right.
whiny
Yeah,
bitch that wants attention. Well, they're both whiny bitches that want attention, but
He's not malicious. He is not
he's not
malicious.
malicious.
No, he's not.
It's more of a childlike tantrum that he has.
Yeah.
Not like SC Steve's like, okay, you want to do that? Well, I'm going to attack your family. I'm going to attack your location. I'm going to attack your livelihood. That's what he does. That's what SC Steve does. That's the difference between the two of them. He's actually evil and malicious. You know what? Yeah, I'll say it. He's evil. There we go.
He's the one who admitted on Tony's show the other day that he did the Streamlabs thing. I mean, he didn't go through with it, but he still went through the steps.
What did he do?
Remember reporting Cronin to Streamlabs and all that and Patreon?
He did that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's admitted it.
Whoa.
He's
He
admitted
that
it.
2 days ago. And then you guys told him not to, and he didn't go through with it. The email.
But he did go through with it, right?
Well, he says that he ended up tweeting Streamlabs, blah, 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 and then they got back with him and said, do we need to bring this further? And then he talked to y'all, and y'all said no, and so he didn't.
Imagine being such a jealous bitch that someone made you look like such a fool, that you're willing to try to fucking basically steal from them. You're trying to affect their income. And that's the thing, though. If you're so good, why don't you fucking put up a Streamlabs, get donations to you, and prove how much better you are? But to try to fucking steal that way, it's petty, it's fucking criminal, and it shows the type of thief that he is, that fucking disgusting mestizo mentality of, I'm going to steal from you. I deserve it. I did nothing to earn it, and you definitely should allow me to be on every show that you have. But if you're going to fucking say one bad thing about me, now I'm going to try to steal from you and ruin you.
God.
And
that's exactly how he thinks.
It took a long time for me to let go, but seeing how it is now and everything, he won't change. He's always going to be that guy that comes on, shits on everyone, blah, 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 stirs up the pot, and he won't change. He can't be cool for 5 minutes, You
know what defines things, YR, is, and I think that this speaks a lot to what Ken does, is that if you want to see somebody's motivation, look at what they do. Ken, just like you said earlier as well, YR, is that Ken's here to entertain and have fun. His number one thing is to have fun. He doesn't give a shit about the numbers. He doesn't give a shit about the donations. He's here to have fun. This is his outlet, and nothing else matters. But
you know something?
People who want to be they're so attention starved in their life. And again, I don't believe this guy has a girlfriend, SE Steve, because if you did, then you'd be fucking with her all the time, or at least a lot of the time, and you wouldn't crave this attention from grown men, which you like to criticize. So it's very clear that he's the one that is doing this for a purpose, obviously to get a pat on the head, to make him feel better, just for personal interaction, because he feels so isolated. But Ken does it because it's fun. He could do it with one viewer or no viewers, and he'll still fucking make a song, play clips and have fun. And it doesn't matter if it's one viewer or 1,000 viewers.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter, because I trained myself to do that, because at one point I lost that, way back, like a couple of years ago, I lost that edge where it was all about fun and it didn't matter the numbers. And I lost that for a little because I started to think, well, am I doing something wrong that things weren't the same that they were 2 months ago? Or am I not doing as good? Or am I doing something different? And it fucked with my head. And I didn't realize that, like, it all comes in patterns and like, and like, you know, it's all hit or miss and it's all, you know, and I don't mean like having fun, but I mean like the support sometimes isn't there. And it's like, but you can't leave your head and think like you're not being supported or you don't have people that like what you're doing, you know. And it was like I had to train myself after a while to be like, don't worry about all the other fucking shit that's going on. Come on and just have a good time and be yourself and let it all hang out and fucking go on to have a good time, not go on just because you have to go on. And I think that's where Joe fucked up, because it started to become something that he had to do. It started becoming something that he, like he said it the other night, and I have a whole bunch of Joe clips here.
Not a hobby, but a chore.
Yeah, and I don't want to get on that whole Joe thing because I'm going to save that for, you know, no hard feelings. There's a lot of shit that I wanted to play and go over. But real quick to touch on that is, I think that's where he went wrong, was it stopped becoming something that he wanted to do, and it became something that he had to do. And he admitted it. He admitted it.
Hey.
So, what?
As we speak, Dave, SC is shitting on you.
What else is new?
What a surprise.
But I did want to say, while Dave's here, the toting the line thing. Now,
what?
Very important to me. Like, Ken knows what I'm talking about.
Yo, you guys keep talking. I'm just going to go get myself a drink because my throat is killing me. I could hear you.
Like, not having certain people on, not associating with certain people in order to, you know, associate with the good guys, basically, is what I'm getting to. Obviously, if I had SC, Scott, and all them on, I wouldn't be on this call right now with you two.
No, you wouldn't.
So, we're looking at, like, Tony, you know what I'm saying? It sucks for him. Yeah, he has people calling in, but they're shitters.
Yeah, but my point as far as Tony and not calling him personally was because my shit never lined up with his to begin with. And he made a remark the other day like, oh, you used to talk all the time during work hours. And yes, he's right, because of the job that I was at. And my job changed recently, and it was very recently in the last 2 months. So that's one of the reasons, one of many reasons why
no one's business.
I don't call there. You know what I mean? It's one of the reasons. That's definitely one of them. The schedule-wise just didn't match up. Never did with times he goes. But, you know, he sits there and he's so quick to think like I'm some kind of like, you know, yes man that I got to fucking, you know, I got people telling me where I can and I can't go. And that's why I'm not there. No, there's many reasons why I'm not there. And that is one of them, but not the main reasons. You know what I mean? It's not the main reason.
And I think we have every right to decide who we have on our channel or not. Prince is over there crying, why are they fucking, bro? Is that, I know everyone's firm on the Prince stuff. I'm not letting him back, bro. I don't care if he's giving Bullfrog 1,000 sorries. I don't care if Bullfrog accepts some or whatever. He's not on my channel, dude. He's not gonna be on my channel. People hate me for that. It's my channel. I get to decide who I want on or not. We're not having this big pussy powwow come to Jesus meeting.
Wasn't he on the other day though?
Who?
Bullfrog.
On where?
On your channel. Isn't that what you're talking about?
No, I'm saying Tony's show right now. Prince is over there with Bullfrog. And everyone's accepting Prince back. And now I'm the bad guy over there for not doing that and letting Prince on my show now, since Prince is back all of a sudden. He went to rehab and also, or not rehab, but therapy or something. So now I'm the bad guy. I'm the piece of shit for not accepting him back after he went to therapy, and I'm getting.
When did he get supposedly back from therapy?
Well, he's back on Tony's show right now. So
yes, but when did he supposedly get back?
He was at therapy this week.
Okay, so you're expected to be fully abreast to all this information. Like the guy comes on to surprises Tony on his show, and now you're getting messages, well, you better accept him back? Like, or has this been going on for a few days?
Well, no, like, I'm getting shit on because I'm not accepting of Prince coming back.
Yeah, but if it's a recent thing, how can you be on top of that?
Well, I'm always going to be firm on that. I don't care what happens.
You're not listening to what I'm fucking
No, I think
saying.
he already established. He already said in past streams that he wasn't gonna fuck with him.
Yeah. But now, since Tony's bringing it back,
the point I'm trying to make is that if this just happened a few hours ago, Ken, how the fuck can YR, immediately respond?
Well,
and
because
accept him back?
he already said the response before he even came back. Like, oh, if he comes back, I'm not fucking with him. That's why I think Prince knows.
I get it now. So they're putting the cart before the horse and saying, oh, because you already said you're not going to deal with this guy. Just like Dave Rose said, he's not going to have Bullfrog back on his channel, or Tony, or others. Therefore, you've already set yourself up for failure, and you're not accepting. Even he could have gone to the moon and back, and you're still not bringing him back onto your show. I see it now.
Yo, real quick, I never knew this. Real quick, but the Eminem album that has the red stage in the background, has like the red curtains in the background. That album, right? Yeah. Do you know that Eminem took the album cover of Man to the Moon DVD and just reacted it with the curtains open this time? Like, it's the same. He's saying that it's the same curtains of Man on the Moon and his album. And if you look at them side by side, you can see he revitalized the Man on the Moon cover. And I never knew that. It was fucking really cool. I heard Jim Carrey talking about it, which I thought
saw that Jim Carrey thing with the one guy, the documentary?
No, which one?
When he did that movie about the comedian or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, it was a good documentary. Yeah. And I heard you guys talking about whatchamacallit, Tiger King or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, that was a failed show on my part, but we tried to dive into that.
Well, no, I mean, I liked it. I liked the show. It was really fucking good.
Yeah.
I binge watched it. I watched the whole fucking whatever was out, and got caught up to the. Are they releasing more episodes or no?
There's rumors for season 3.
So that was season 2?
Yeah.
Like, there's no other episodes coming out?
Nah, I think that's it.
Yeah, it just seems like there's a lot of money-hungry people involved in that whole situation that are just trying to jump on to try to make money on that whole thing,
Yeah, all those motherfuckers.
Dude, they all made money except for fucking, what's his name, who's in jail, the fucking star of the show. It's fucked up,
Joe Exotic.
Yeah, he's getting fucked, that guy. He's getting fucked royally.
He's got other brands and such. Hopefully when YR can get his shit together, we can do a proper assessment, because I was ready to go.
What happened?
Each episode.
What happened with that?
He wasn't prepared. He thought he was, and he just wasn't, because each episode, we were planning to go through each episode and the breakdown of what the weight was, and he just wasn't ready.
What? Like, you didn't see all the episodes or something?
No, I watched it all, but I wasn't.
He's spaced out. I guess that's a good word. He got intimidated by my massive cock and brain. And,
Jesus.
Well, what else could it have been, YR?
Nah, I was a little intimidated there.
Intimidated?
Exactly.
For what? Like, why were you intimidated?
I mean, I didn't bring any notes. I thought I could just wing
and he
it.
said it. Yeah, he thought he could do it on the fly with his memory. And I'm like, what about this? What about this? And he's like, oh yeah, or what? And it's just like, it didn't work out the way that we wanted to. Because we both envisioned being able to break down each episode and really just dig deep. Because each episode could sort of stand alone. Each episode really has a lot of weight, and there's so many things to discuss in each episode that it's definitely, worthwhile talking as if it was a standalone episode, because it's a great. I mean, shit. The stuff that I learned, government involvement and fucking Costa Rica and shit. Like,
that shit.
I'm not trying to spoil things,
dude.
but like,
no, that shit was crazy.
That stuff was not talked about.
They dove into her like crazy, and you know what? She was right, because she said, if I don't rejoin with this for season 2, they're gonna dive into my husband's disappearance. And she was right, because they fucking, I think they went where no
those
detective
diary
went.
Entries are a little suspect as well, but
oh yeah, without a doubt, man.
But that's why it's so fascinating. That's why I'm like, some people said, oh, first season wasn't as good as second. It's like, it's different. It's totally different. This is now like an A&E like true crime episode or something.
Yeah,
like
you're on some next level shit now.
Yes. And that's why I was so excited to talk about it. So yes, that's why you should feel embarrassed, YR. hopefully next time you'll be prepared.
But it is some next level shit, man. It definitely is. Like, you know, they crossed over.
That's why I liked it so much.
Yeah, me
because
too.
There was so much intrigue.
Yeah.
Like this is so far deeper than anybody.
I said that to myself,
realizes.
dude, when I was watching it. I said, "Oh my god, they went up to some next level shit now on this one. Like they really did. They went on to like, you know, some detective shit.
It's
you know?
pure CSI shit, man. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was. It fucking was. It was really good. And that whole you know, the whole series, all those the second season was great. I loved it. I don't know if it was as good as the first one.
It's different.
It is
That's the
different.
thing. It's different.
Yeah, it
you
definitely
can't compare
is.
the two.
No, you
The
can't.
shock factor of the
You
first
can't.
one wasn't in the second one.
Yeah, but the first one was more of a spectacle.
Yeah.
It was like a Jerry Springer, you know, episode made into a series.
Yeah, it was.
But you needed that to establish the crazy characters that you were going to deal with. Now we're getting serious with season 2, and they're really digging deep. It was just and the you know, just how things turned around, and like
think of what they're getting ready to put out next. You know, it makes you think of like, holy shit, where are they going to go with this shit? You know,
a lot of investigations going on right now, and there's the appeal for Exotic. It's crazy.
And then we were talking about how, you know, a lot of people didn't realize she was on Dancing with the Stars at one point, that bitch. And they were like, and I said, and somebody made a great fucking point, said, hey, Kyle Rittenhouse, wouldn't be surprised if he ended up on fucking Dancing with the Stars eventually. And I was like, you know what, man, you might have fucking nailed it right there. Because I was like, this story ain't over with Rittenhouse. We didn't hear the end of him. Like, there's going to be something that, you know, he's going to be involved with something that we're all going to see again. I know it.
Yeah, well, he already is. $60 million lawsuit against Joy Bear and Whoopi Goldberg of The View.
Good.
Cha-ching!
Fuck that show.
And that's just the start. Just wait till he starts setting up the fucking news agencies.
Yeah, dude. That's going to be money. That's money.
I'm in the money.
Yeah, he's in the money. Yeah.
Yeah, your boy's over there now.
Who?
Lucky Low.
Danny.
Oh God, dude. Whatever, man. You know, I listen, dude. If that's what he's doing, you know, in a way, you can't blame. You can't blame. Tony. In a way,
he wants to push
because it's like you know, people fucking pushed him out. Some people pushed him out. I didn't push him out, but some people pushed him out. Why are you? You took the thing to ban him and shit. So like that's one thing where it's like, hey, fuck you, man. If you're gonna ban me, I'm gonna do my own thing. And I get that, and I commend that. Do your own thing. I love people that just get up and do their own shit.
I still be plugging his show a little bit here or there, but like he could do his own thing and still be good. But
yeah,
like,
but don't sit there and tell me. Don't sit there and tell me that you're doing something different than anyone else is.
Yeah,
because you're not. Nobody really is. Okay, don't sit there and fucking, you know, tell me. You know, this is water when it's wine. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, man. You know, nobody's really doing any cutting edge shit. Okay? So it's like, and the whole thing with the calling yourself a fucking YouTuber, like, oh my God, dude. Like, you want to talk about letting a little support go right to your head. Jesus Christ, dude. You know, I don't know if he was serious about that or not, because when I got that clip of him saying that, I was like, I don't know if he's serious. I think he might be kidding around when he said that. And they were like, no, he thinks he's a fucking full-blown YouTuber now. And I was like, oh, I don't know, man. You know, I just can't see that little bit of support going to his fucking head. Somebody who's been in the game and has done entertainment, you know, would be more grounded, you know, I would think. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt, like, he can't be fucking thinking that way. But who knows, man? I mean, who fuck knows, dude? But my point is, he kind of got pushed in that position. And if he's going to go and put these guys on, then, hey, that's what he's going to do, man. That's where you can find those guys. Hey, when Joe's...
Yeah, but then he can't get mad that, oh, you're excluding me from all these shows and stuff because I had these people on there. It's just that you should have known better. I mean, you made a good point. YR made a good point. I made a good point. You know, when this happened, it's just like, okay... It's like purposely having sex with someone who says they have AIDS. You got Scott on, and you knew what that was going to cause.
Yeah.
But he did it anyways.
Yeah. And you know what? He was with us when that shit went down with what's his name again?
Danny?
No. The guy who always said, fuck, what was it again? Not the guy who was cool with like Garguts and those guys. I forgot his name. He let Scott on it that one time, and everybody was
Bodark.
Bodark, yeah.
Yeah, like Tony was around for the Bodark situation and saw everything that happened with that and how shit went down. So you would think he would, be like, oh, fuck that. I already know the outcome of that.
His big thing right now is with because Bullfrog's accepting Prince back. And so Tony's like, well, if Bullfrog's accepting him back and he was the one who had the issue, then everyone shouldn't have a fucking problem type shit.
This is the same fucking Bostonian who said, oh, listen to Mars and Dave and Ken, except to take a call from Scott 3 years ago.
Right.
Like, yeah, that was 3 years ago and a lot changes.
Yeah.
Like the lack of logic is incredible.
Yeah.
But I actually think it's more convenient. He knows. I think he's not that stupid. I think he knows what he's doing and he does it anyways because he thinks he can get away with it. This is what a spoiled child has always, been convinced of. Look at the same thing with either Joe or Bullfrog. There's a few people in this community who clearly were the spoiled kid in their family, and they got everything they wanted. So they think they could just waltz around and do whatever the fuck they want, and yet the simplest criticism of them and the world is coming down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it sucks that not everybody's cool with each other, but like, hey, if that's what he wants to do, then that's what he's going to do. And like, like you just said, Dave, don't be shocked when people respond to it, and don't be shocked if people don't like it, so it's on him.
Steve, I criticized Ken and made these false allegations, and now he doesn't want anything to do with me. Well, clearly he's an asshole. It's like, no.
Yeah. And he's going around and telling people I'm in this fucking guy's chat, and I'm like, why does Ken got a dog out? Why has he got a dog out fucking Sean's View so much? And, why does he got to do that and go into his chat when he goes live? And why don't you worry about being a father first instead of going and live streaming? And it's like, dude, I said that to him one time, like a month and a half ago. That is not me in his chat. Okay, I haven't watched the guy in a while, nor have I referenced him on my streams in a while, in a real long time, at least a month. I haven't said a word about him.
Here's another thing you don't do is you don't advertise what you do with your family. So who the fuck is he to say, go be a father?
Well, no. He was saying I was saying that about Sean's View. Like I was going into his chat and going, hey man, you're live again. Why don't you just worry about being a father? Why are you live again? He was saying I was saying that to Sean's View, and I was not.
But you didn't say that.
No, I wasn't saying that to Sean's View. Like I might have said that once to Sean's View, but I haven't said anything like that about Sean's View in the longest time. It's got to be at least a month to a month and a week or two. Because
no better. You're not going to be in Sean's chat, bro.
No, I am not in Sean's chat by any iota whatsoever. I am not in his chat. That is not me. That is not me in his chat. I'm not going to waste my time going in there to be like, oh, you're live again, man? Why don't you worry about being a father? Like, no, sorry, that's not me. If I got to say anything like that, I'll say it right here. So I heard him talking about that and like, why does Ken have to do that to him? Okay, so you know what, SC Steve? Why, you know what? When you were coming on to our shows, my streams and all that, how come you had to be the guy who always pointed every negative fucking thing out? Why? So you answer your own question. You can answer your own question. Why did you do it? And then answer yourself, and then you'll have the answer to your question.
Why did you keep calling in as the anonymous caller, knowing when you said I don't want to deal with you, and he kept doing that?
Yeah,
interesting.
And it took a while to get him to actually stop, where he would finally stop doing that shit. He finally stopped. It took months and months of me not answering any. Why do you think I got rid of the number? I mean, I got rid of the number that I've had.
And it's so funny that this guy, he imposes himself onto other people and then gets mad when people say no.
Yeah.
Ken had to get rid of his number because this piece of shit, incessant fuck wouldn't stop.
Yep, because it's either him or Bullfrog. It's either him or Bullfrog. Every fucking time I answered that call, it was either him or Bullfrog. I could not get a normal caller on there anymore because of them. Because they fucking dominated the call line. As soon as I would, like, you know, be paying attention to it or mention it or like, hey, guys, if you want to call in, bang, there they are. You know, and then even when I wanted to do like random ass caller, the guy who used to call in and fuck with Tommy, couldn't even get that person on the phone anymore because they'd both be calling at the same fucking time, and it was like jammed up to not even get the normal phone call in anymore. So I couldn't take a random caller anymore because it's probably them, and it mostly always was either him or Bullfrog, and I had to get rid of the fucking number because of it. And it's like
that's so unfortunate,
fucking
man.
bullshit.
Look at, you did that again. That's out of your own pocket, and you didn't start this to make money. So this was going to be a hobby. Just like if you build fucking model planes or fucking sail or whatever, this is a hobby where it's costing you money. You're not making anything. You don't got no sponsors or nothing. And you're doing this because that's what you want to do. You want to have fun. So even when you show that extent of love to what you're doing and to your audience, spending money to put up a phone that they can call in, it gets fucked up.
Yeah, they gotta fucking fuck with it.
How greedy? How
that's one of the reasons that I
somebody-
couldn't stand Bullfrog was because of that fact right there. Because it was like, how dare you think you're the one who's entitled to fucking call that number all the time and fuck up a good thing for other people that actually would use that number and call in to talk and have a good time or to get shit off their chest or to be heard. And now you're going to utilize that in a different way and fuck the whole thing up for everyone else. You know, and that's...
Some people don't use Skype. Some people don't use Discord. This was the way to get the regular man to be able to call in.
Yep. And I couldn't do it no more, thanks to Bullfrog and SC Steve and shit like that, because it was just, you know, just fucking... It was an automatic that every time I answered, it was them. It was one of them.
You know what? That saddens me. It saddens me that you made this effort, again, without the idea of profit, spending money out of your own pocket to do this, just to be able to connect with other people, to give them the opportunity to connect. Because
there's
again,
monthly
some of these
bills.
people desperate for attention.
Well, dude.
And yet they fucking abuse it to the point where you're forced to cut it off.
And you want to know something? After a while, I had to get rid of it because I would pay for this out of my own fucking money, right? So, like, if I didn't make something, and let's face it, 5-6 months ago, when COVID first hit, the community, as far as donations, for me, went to nothing, right? I didn't complain. I understood because, like, this is what's going on in the world. Nobody's got, you know, everybody's hurting. So I understood, and I just said, hey, that's not what I'm here for. Focus on what you're here for and do your thing. And I did. But there's monthly bills that I have to pay for this shit to do this shit. So I have to pay a couple of them. One, the thing that I make all my art with and all my thumbnails with, I have to pay $30 a month to be on that site. So that's a bill.
Really?
I have to pay however much it
Let me get you
is
some software, Ken.
per month. Oh no, dude, this software is great, bro. That's why I use it, because it makes it easy for a person that doesn't know how to do the shit. It makes it easy for me to do what I do on here.
I got it. Okay.
You know? But my point is, I have monthly bills that I pay so I could be on here, and one of them was the fucking phone line. And it became like, why am I paying this bill? Why am I having this phone line if it's only used for trolls now at this point?
Like, if you have, like, you know, a streaming service, like the WWE Network, like you got rid of too, you don't.
Yeah. Like, so after a while, I just couldn't do it. I was like, you know what? It doesn't make sense for me to keep doing this because I'm paying for something now out of my pocket that is not even working anymore because, you know, it's being trolled and fucking, you know, used for something else
It's
now.
disappointing, man.
Yeah, and so I had to get rid of it, you know what I mean? And hopefully one day I could bring it back, but I doubt it because as long as there's going to be, you know, douchebags that want to just ruin shit, they'll always be there. So it's like...
Got a place to go now, right? I don't think they'll be on that part. I don't know. Tony's opening up the door to all that they don't have to bother us anymore. That's how I look at it.
Well,
The way I look at it is cinder block therapy is imminent. At least for the one in New Jersey. I think Bullfrog can be trained, and he's not malicious. He's just a fucking really spoiled bitch.
But he does have this whole thing to him, like where it's like, no, fuck
He's
you.
entitled.
I should, this
You owe it
entitlement.
to me.
Yeah, exactly.
You
like
owe it to me. You let me call one time into your show. Now you're on call, dude. I'm gonna call you at 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm gonna call you at fucking 4 o'clock at night. I expect you to solve my problems. And oh, by the way, I got into a fight with somebody, so I volunteered you to fight for me.
Yeah. And like I said, part of me, I like the guy a lot, and I do feel like, he's just looking to fit in and have fun and all that. But, that part of him really is shitty, where he comes off like he expects to reap the benefits of things that he didn't work for or he didn't earn, or, he's very quick to fucking, and then the shit of playing like both sides against each other shit with me and Joe. It was like uncalled for, didn't need to happen, because I was still letting him on my shit, regardless if he was going to threaten.
I'm only here because Joe won't let me on his show.
Yeah, that was fucked up, man.
Yeah, nice slap to the face.
Fucking guy, man. What were you saying?
At least Keith's being fucking loyal to me right now. He's not over there with the shitters.
But see,
he was the other day though.
Don't look at it that way though, because Keith doesn't go in there to shit or to fucking, you can't look at it that way with Keith. Like,
No, he doesn't stir a problem. You're right.
No, he don't, man. And as long as he ain't talking shit about you, don't worry about it, man, because he ain't gonna talk shit about you. So just, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to worry about that. And Bullfrog too, like, I understand why he calls into so many shows that'll have him. Like, he's gonna call into the shows that'll have him, and I understand that. Not everybody will have him anymore, and it's the same thing with Tony. You can understand somewhat him letting some certain people on because he kind of was, outcasted in a way. So I understand that, but he's like, you want to think the guy's got a head on his shoulders. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You want to think he's got a head on his shoulders. Well, if he did have a head on his shoulders, then why ask the question, why am I getting treated like this? Like, you should know the answer to that. You know what I mean? You should know the answer to that. And I went over that with him when I did that whole video that day where I was like, this is why, because we fought our asses off to have what we have right now. This wasn't just given to us. We fought for it, tooth and nail. A lot of us fought for it with on and on and on and on with words and threats and all this shit.
I would adjust that to say is that we only fought because we were forced to fight. We didn't come in here saying we're going to change the landscape and we're going to make it kingdoms of all these pillars and everyone else will be subjugated and they'll be shut up and expunged from this kingdom if they don't do what we say. No, it was like we were here doing our thing and we got attacked and we changed the landscape because of that.
Yeah. We had to.
Exactly. We had no other choice, and we came out victorious. And some of these people are still fucking sour at the fact that they lost.
Yeah, or they're not wanted, and they get, and some of them get fucking ripping pissed that they're not wanted. And it's like, dude, like, oh well, how come this person gets a chance? How come that hey, that person mentioned your wife's cancer, and you're still friends with them, and this person did that, and that person did this. Well, obviously, like, I'm to an area with YR where. Things were done that I did, things were done that he did, but wasn't to the point where we'll never speak to each other again. And obviously with other people, it got to that point like, hey, fuck you. You're going to threaten me. You want to fucking talk shit about me. You say you're my friend. You say you're cool with me. Then respect me. And if you can't respect me in that way, then fuck you. You're not friends with me. Like, I don't want to be friends with you.
Jealousy comes in.
It's not one way. It works both ways.
But not me.
It works both ways. Respect works both ways, man. You got to give it to get it. And if you're sitting there not respecting me as a friend, then fuck you. I'm not going to be friends with you.
It'd be like if you brought on Joe just to piss off Tony, and Joe's talking shit about Tony, and you're going along with it. That's basically what he's doing with all these shitters. They're all shitting on us, and he just lets them,
Well, I left Tony a message the other day saying, bro, my fucking address, because I get screenshots, my fucking address is still in your chat, sitting there for 45 minutes, right? But yet you're worried about if you're blocked or not in my chat. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you're mad because you're blocked in my chat, and I didn't even block you, but you're mad because I blocked you in my chat. I don't come on to your show, but yet my address is in your shit for 45 minutes. Like, hello? Why are you asking these questions? You know the answer to them.
Rose, could we use the being stoned excuse as an excuse for Tony or no?
Not at all. Not fucking one fucking bit. Look, even when I would get fucking super stoned and my immunity has fucking gone up, but Look, this sort of shit, you're cognizant. It's not like you're fucking on heroin or something. Maybe his brain's been damaged because of the heroin, but the fact is that there's no fucking excuse for being stoned and making these mistakes. Things just move a little slower when you're fucking stoned. That's it. Doesn't fucking cause this cognitive dissonance where you don't fucking understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And he gets mad at me. It's like, you know, I said last night, oh, that's going to set you back another 6 months or a year or whatever for bringing Scott back. Because I'm not, you know, calling in or nothing like that. And it's true. It's like, bro, the people you bring on, the decisions you make, like, people are going to want to fuck with you.
He's in the chat right now. I don't know if one of you wants to read what he has to say to the audience.
Ban him, Mello. Blake, ban him.
Well, what is he saying?
I wouldn't necessarily go that.
Don't ban him yet. What is he saying exactly?
Well, he's writing a lot, you know, because he's trying to defend himself. But do you want me to read it out? Or
Yeah, read it out. Go ahead.
Because I've been talking a lot. I thought maybe somebody else wants.
No, go ahead. You do it.
All right. Well, Tony says, God damn it! It's you are, not your, as in belonging. You idiot.
Wow.
You're putting your stress, and bad relationships with these people on me. Do I have any of these problems with these people? So why is it a problem if I'm cordial with these people?
Wait, hold on, Joe. Hold on for a second. You did have problems with these people like that, man. What are you talking about? You did. You weren't threatened by Danny MT? You weren't fucking dragged through the mud by Scott? I mean...
SC Steve also said shit about you?
You know what I mean? Yeah, you are, man.
Let's something else.
It's just
so you're blaming me for a dox? Question mark.
No. Oh my God, this guy is fucking.
Control.
He is so far gone.
You can control. It's called sub-only mode. And
holy shit!
Pay attention to your chat. He says something I can't control.
Yeah, I'm blaming you for the dox, you fucker. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, idiot.
Numbnuts.
Blaming you for the dox.
What is
right.
that, Davey boy? I took care of it and banned it all. That matters.
Not blaming him for the docs, obviously. I'm just saying, do the right fucking thing by it. I went to him numerous times and said, yo, dude, like, are you going to block these words? Are you going to do the right thing? And it took forever for him to fucking,
On top of that, where's the sub-only mode?
Meanwhile, my shit was in his chat for fucking 45 minutes just lambasting there, just sitting there basting, you know. And Joe even said it the other night. He said, oh, well, thanks, Tony. The one good thing that I could say about your chat is, hey, I know everybody's address now.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, so I mean, like, who are we kidding around? Everybody knows it, bro. Like, you're very lackadaisical when it came to it. Did I fucking drag you through the mud for that? Did I come on here and blast you for that? No, but I'm going to comment on it. I mean, like, what the fuck are we saying here?
So obviously Tony got in Bullfrog's head. He's shitting on me now, Bullfrog.
I mean, even Joe said it. Like I said, Joe, who doesn't pay attention to anything we all do, right? He doesn't watch anything we do, right? Even he said, well, Tony, thank you for, you know, governing your chat that way because now I know everybody's address. So, I mean, if he's saying it, a guy who doesn't watch anything, you know, I could just imagine all the people that fucking know shit now. And that's my point. Like... That's my point, man. And yes, you have been down the same road with these people. Yes, maybe not as many times as we have, but you have been. You have been. And if you have them on your shit, that's your right. I'm not sitting here complaining about it. I'm not the one who's fucking got a problem with you bringing people on or not. I know what the fucking deal is. I'm already dealing with it in my own way. So that's it. You know, like, you do what you got to do, obviously. You know?
Bullfrog's a piece of shit, bro. He told me his brother had COVID. I called him immediately, and now he says, payback's a bitch, you're done, fuck
That's
you.
That's Bullfrog? Hold on. That's Bullfrog that sent you that?
What?
So did he make a new Skype account, or did he just change his name and think that nobody's going to find him?
Well, I had to tell him about that because he keep getting fucking hit up by...
Well, yeah, he kept complaining yesterday about, oh, the troll, this and that. But what I'm asking, did he make a new account, or did he just change his name?
No, I think it's a new.
A what?
It's a new.
The new account. Okay, so now he says paybacks a bitch. I guess he means paybacks a bitch. But so what does he plan to do?
Be on Tony's show.
But
playing Joe and Ken thing now.
But if you were to, when you go live this afternoon, and I will be there as a co-host, whether you like it or not. and we destroy him, is he going to call up all sympathetic to your show and ask for another chance?
Well, I did nothing to the guy today.
Of course you didn't.
So.
But the point is that, you know, if you even respond to this saying, hey, look what Bullfrog said.
No, you can't do that. You can't share that information.
So it's time for a spanking. It's time for a spanking.
Yeah.
I look forward because I will be there. I'll be there.
God.
Just say my name and I'll be there.
So Bullfrog's telling you to go fuck yourself now for what? What did you do?
No, he's actually telling payback's a bitch. So apparently he's got something planned.
I was saying I'm not going to have Prince on my show, and Bullfrog accepted him back. He apologized. They all apologized to each other on Tony's show.
Little circle jerk, eh? Yeah, it
Yeah.
seems typical of those thanks.
Need to have fucking Prince back. No,
Listen. Let me explain something to Tony real quick.
Prince is done now.
Tony.
I can't wait to hear this shit because I'm going to fucking destroy him. Go ahead, Ken.
Tony, if you think that those people are your friend because they're your friend and they like what you do, you're fooling yourself. The only way that they remain friends with you, and I'm not talking about all of them, but most of the people you've had on, like Danny or Scott, right? They're not friends with you because they like what you do. They're friends with you because you're going to give them the platform to come on to and spew their shit. And if you told Danny he couldn't come back on your shit, guess what? You'd be getting the same reaction we all get. That's a fact. If you didn't have no beef with him at all, and you just like, I'd rather not put you on, boom, right then and there, you're marked. And if you don't think that, then you got another thing coming. They're only cool with you and they're only friends with you if you let them on. That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Don't touch the gerbil, man. Go insane. Don't
Who do we got
touch the
here? Who is
gerbil,
this?
man. Touch the gerbil, man. Don't touch my gerbil, man. Don't touch that gerbil.
Cody
man.
Maestro.
Touch my gerbil.
Cody Maestro.
Don't touch my fucking gerbil, man. Gerbil, man. Take my left arm. My left arm. Don't touch my gerbil, man. My gerbil. Listen to me here. There's a bomb inside your asshole. Listen to me here.
It's a waste of time and energy at this point yelling at Tony.
Yes.
I don't have much of a voice in the community, but fuck him. You let the racist and the guy who doxed random people and their significant others. What a shithead. That's all I got to say.
That's true, man. Hey, listen. That's true. What's true is true, man. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Obviously, it took some of us a really long time to figure out what's what. Like myself, I used to play these games where I'd let them on, be friends with them for 1 month, and say, hey, you know what? They deserve a second and third chance just like I do. And I'd be cool with them, and then it would be back to, hey, you didn't let me on last night. And then it was all fucking hate. Oh, well, you're not going to like me because I didn't let you on. Now you're going to start beefing me because I didn't let you on. And then I let them on again, and then everything's all right again. It's all love. It's all kisses, right? Then I don't let them on one night when they're calling in and they want to come on, and then it's this big fucking issue again. You don't let me on? Wait till you see shit's coming. Shit's coming. Shit's coming. That's the reaction you'll get eventually. I guarantee you, Tony, we see you walking down the same road all of us have. We've done the same thing you're doing. Right? Maybe not to the extent. And you know what? Maybe you're getting a little more flack than we all got because we're further on in the game where everybody knows these people and knows what they've done and seen what they've done over the years. So maybe you're getting a little more of a blunt reaction than all of us got when we were down that road because everybody sees it now, right? But nonetheless, you're still going down the same road we all went down. We were putting these guys on. And found out that if we don't put them on, they're not our friends. That's why I said to Bullfrog, you want to be friends with me? Be friends with me off my show. Be friends with me outside my streaming. Can you do that? And so far, he's proven that he could do that. Because he really doesn't bust my balls anymore. He really doesn't call in anymore. And I'm cool with him. I talk to him every other day. So he proved to me that he could be my friend outside this. Could Danny MT do that? Could Danny MT have a private conversation with you and not be allowed on your show? I doubt it. Could Danny be there supporting you and not be allowed on your show? Never. Never. Never in a million years. YR's doing it. He's not on your show all the time. He could be probably if he wanted to, but he still fucking puts your shit up and helps out in any way that he can.
Tony asks me every day to come on. I'm like, nope, not gonna do it, dude. Not gonna fucking do it.
So there you go. That's my point exactly. So like, you got people that are not coming on to your streams, but yet still support you. Would Danny MT do that? Really? Would he do that, Tony?
No.
Answer that truthfully.
Well, I don't want to say I support him. I do plug his shows, but it's just another channel for us to review and another.
But my point is, I get that. But my point is, we know what's what with these guys, and that's why people are telling you and saying things to you, Tony, like they were. I don't bust your balls every day and tell you, Tony, you're doing the wrong thing, man. You shouldn't have these people on. You really should. I don't fucking say that's none of my business. But if I see what's going on, I'm definitely going to comment on it because I've been down that road, and so have all these guys. And the bottom line is, with people like Danny MT and Scott, if you don't let them on your shit consistently when they want to come on, it's a big middle finger to you. Go look at Joe and Danny MT. Okay? Why was Danny MT on Joe's show? It's not because he's talented or has something to say. I mean, we all know that, right? Why was he on there? To sit there and fucking snore away on his show every night, night after night. Why was he there? Because he wanted to be there and he strong-armed his fucking way in there. That's why.
Ken, Tony was saying all this same stuff about Danny, all these same points when we were doing shows together when he was against
100%. And like if they, and you know what? That's cool. They could patch up their shit, but don't sit there and think for a minute you're not patching up your shit so he can come on to your show. Because if you patched up your shit and said to him, Danny, we patched up our shit. I want to move forward as friends, but you're still not allowed on my live streams because I want to stay away from all that bullshit and just concentrate on what I do. Guess what? It wouldn't have worked. It's not going to work. It's not going to work because Danny's a me guy. It's all about Dan. He's got to go fucking sit on people's streams, and he used to do it to me. And people would be like, why the fuck do you have this guy on? And I'd be like, because he's my friend. But really, he wasn't. He was just basically strong-arming me to let him on. He wasn't my friend. He didn't give a fuck about me. He didn't have my back. He didn't give two shits about me.
Well, these cowards always like to get somebody to provide them a platform, but they sure as fuck won't make their own.
No, because Danny's that type of guy that, he won't even fucking take a step further.
Well, he made a couple of videos and talked about me and Nick, and then he deleted them. So.
And his thing was, I'm going to go and I'm going to trigger all these guys by being a full-blown racist. That should get them. Yeah, if that was your game plan, good thinking. Good thinking. Because you booted yourself out of the community even more than you were to begin with that bullshit.
That was actually after the point where Nick confronted him and asked, are you a racist? He's like, yes, I am.
Full blown, and admits to it. Fucking admits to it. You think in this day and age, anybody with a right mind would have that person on their live streams? Do you think you're going to grow with a person like that? I mean, do you think you're going to grow with a person like that? You think you're really going to grow having that person on your shit? And you know what? That's not even my main focus. Is I only fuck with people that I consider friends. I don't bring people on because of the talent level. I don't judge people by their talent levels. I'm not sitting there like Joe saying, it's up to me to find the talent. It's up to me to... No, it's not up to me to find the talent. It's up to me to connect with people and be real with them.
No, you're the one that attracts the talent. You don't have to go out searching for it. And that's the best part for you, is that you get to pick and choose who gets on your show because you are attracting that talent.
And that's the same thing with Joe too. And like he sits there and he says, it's up to me to find the talent. No, these people talented motherfuckers have come to Joe and said, hey, I want to help. Many of them. Many of talented people.
There's me and you included.
Yeah, many. And there's so many more names than just me and you,
Oh, yeah, there's tons.
Of great
people who've never even been named.
Yeah, great, talented motherfuckers, bro. Talented. You want to know a couple of names that are talented people that aren't here no more? Junebug. Talented motherfucker. Funny, good-looking young man. Smart.
Good with the music and impressions. And
like, what do you think happened to him? Got driven away from these trolly cocksuckers that are like, you won't have me on your show, then I'm going to troll the fuck out of you and ruin your life. That's what we're dealing with, Tony. You went down this road. You're sitting there and like acting like, oh, these guys don't give you a second chance. They're assholes. They don't give you a second chance or a third chance or a fourth chance. But I'm gonna do that. Like, hello, we've all done it too. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth chances. Like, I mean, how much does it keep going till you figure out these two people can't ever connect and they never will? Time to go their own separate ways. How hard does it see that some people are only fucking friends at you to get onto your stream, whether you have 5 people watching you or 5,000, because it strokes their ego. It strokes their ego. They think they're better than the people in the chat just because they got onto a show, because they got onto a live stream. Now they're complete because I'm on the live stream with the big boys. I'm not in a chat.
Yeah, but I better stay on that live stream, or how dare you? And I'm gonna, talk shit about you and threaten you and all this stuff and harass you on the number that you're paying for.
And look, that's all. Look, looking at Joe's stuff, we know how it goes to this co-host. The pay-to-play deal. Danny was never a pay-to-play guy. So how is he on that show without having?
Well, you want to know something?
It's a scary
He was a pay-to-play guy. He was.
For real?
Yeah, because he was making donations and he was hitting shit off when he needed to. The donation would come in at the right, kind of like what he did to me that night where he supposedly came back because he thought in his mind, I'll throw $1 at Ken and I'm back. Because money's money, right? But it didn't work. It didn't work. I don't give a fuck how much money you're going to offer or you're going to send me. I'll send it back to you. I'm not going to be bought. You're not buying your way on the shit. Not happening here. Joe, you might be able to pull that with. It's not happening over here. And you know what? You're better off going that way and paying money to get onto his shit. A lot more people watching you, a lot more exposure. Go ahead and pay for it. I don't need to deal with that shit. I don't play that game. I never did and I never will. And these people think that it's like fucking... they're owed shit. Like they're owed this. Like, how dare you not fucking put me on? How dare you, get the fuck out of here. And if you know what? At the end of the day, Tony wants to put people on like that. That's his business. You want to put a full-blown fucking racist on your shit? Go ahead, man. That's up to you. Go ahead. But if you think your show is going to get anywhere and you're going to have people like that on it, well, guess what? Whoever you hook up with, whoever you link up with in the future, if you don't think a troll will be right there to tell those people, hey, he has fucking racist co-host on his shit, and this guy said this, listen to that. If you don't think that's going to happen, you're fooling yourself. Because you know what? You are the company you keep. You are the company you keep.
That is so true. That is so true. And yet, it's so telling to see people, like who you have around you, and yet some people don't see it. Yeah. They don't see this person's keeping this scumbag around. I'm sure that scummy things aren't going to happen. It's like, but when you have scumbags around, of course they're going to fucking happen.
Yep. And then I said for weeks, for months, it was going, I wonder when, not I wonder if. I wonder when Joe is going to put his foot down on Danny MT. I kept saying, I wonder when. Not I wonder how or why. I wonder when. Because I knew eventually that would happen. Because I know that Joe, after a while with that shit, will stand up to it and will chop it down. Right? It may have taken a lot longer than it took me or anyone else. But he eventually did stand up and chopped those fucking legs out from under him. He did, and got rid of Danny. And do you think for a second Joe's going to put that fucker back on his shit? I highly doubt it. And if he does, he's leaving himself open to a lot of shit. If you think SC Steve could have fucked with him with the Streamlabs and this and that, going after some fat girl that he fucking put on there and humiliated, some innocent fat chick, you think that was bad? With Streamlabs was about to fucking do something about it? This whole story about, SC Steve going there and having the email come back to him like, yo, do you want us to move forward on this? And he deaded it because we told him to. If you think that was bad, wait till you have a fucking full-blown racist on your show in this day and age that has said shit like he has said, which is highly recorded and has been distributed throughout this entire community to all the trolls and all the shows and all the people. Okay, so if you think like he's going to go and put that back on his shit, you're fooling yourself. Because Joe's not going to risk his whole entire shit up against being strong-armed for it. He's going to fucking obviously not have this guy on his shit no more. So he could kiss that goodbye now too, right, Danny? But now his fallback plan is, if he can't get on Ken, he can't get on Joe, fall back to Ken, make a donation to Ken. And I knew it. When he made that donation, I said to myself,
that was funny.
I was like, is Dan in a fight with Joe? Is Dan in a fight with Dan? Is Danny and Danny not friends no more? Because this only would happen if that was what the deal was. And it was nice that he kept it quiet for that first couple of weeks, that, yeah, him and Joe were on the outs, and nobody knew it because nobody said anything about it. Only he knew and only Joe knew at that point that he blocked them from different areas and basically told him to fuck off. I knew it by guessing at it, saying, oh, there's only one reason that a guy like Danny MT would come here donating and saying all the shit he just said was to only get back onto this side of the bridge.
So transparent and so predictable.
Yep. And then where does he go after that? Failed. And he had a big blowout.
Tony.
And he had a big blowout and fucking said what he said to people and showed himself as a fucking pure racist in this day and age, right? Where did he go after that? He probably went to other people's shit like YR and this and that and probably couldn't get it. Yeah, couldn't get on there anymore. So where does he end up? With Tony. And whoever else will be gullible and stupid enough to let this person on. So there you go. You answer your own questions, Tony. You can answer your own questions. You don't have to ask why. You don't have to make statements on, oh, these guys blackballed me and this and this. That's why this guy doesn't come on my streams and that's why this guy doesn't call me. You can answer all those questions. Why doesn't this guy, why do you think this is this and that? No, it's because of that. That's what it is. Because full-blown scumbags that have proven themselves to be pieces of shit in this community, and you want to give them a platform, that's on you, bro. I don't come complaining to you about it. The only thing I ever said to you about shit was, my address is in your shit. And the day that Tony's address and name was in my shit, Shannon wrote it all down, went onto our shit after the stream ended, and typed the whole fucking thing into our banned words. Now nobody could ever say Tony's address ever again. Or his last name, like they did, or his first name, or whatever else.
But he won't do that for you, will he?
Obviously not. Obviously
He's like,
not.
well, when I found out about it, I removed it. It's like, but 45 minutes, dude?
Yeah.
I mean, like, you're clearly not paying attention to your own goddamn fucking show.
Yep.
I can't use the fucking weed to fucking excuse that. Sorry.
And you know what? I didn't make a big deal. I hit him up saying, yeah, my fucking shit's in your chat for like 45 minutes. That's all I said. Nothing more. Nothing like, oh, me and you are going to war, or I hate you, or I'm going to call you out, or I'm going to live stream on you and fucking shit all over you and shit on everything you do. No, I just said, dude, my shit's in your chat for 45 fucking minutes. You know, you want to do something about it? That's it. I don't bust his balls. I don't fucking sit there complaining or making fucking jokes about him or shitting on him or go out of my way to shit on him. I don't do that shit. Go do what you got to do. I don't blame you for half the shit you've done, but that shit, yeah, I got to blame you. Like, are you either that dumb and gullible or you just don't give a fuck? So which one is it? Which one is it? Or too high to even notice? Which one is it? I'll give you the third one in there. Too dumb, don't give a fuck, or too high?
Why don't you take a poll?
All right, let's take a poll. Here, Shannon, write this in for me real quick. Come on. I don't even know how to
Shannon,
do it.
take a note.
I don't even know how to do it.
Dave
Let me
Rose,
see
do
here.
you approve of the Batman thing?
Not really. Why don't you just do what I told you?
The wine thing?
The watchtower.
Really?
Haven't you not been reading the fucking text I'm sending you?
Oh, damn, I just saw. Okay, let's do that then.
Oh,
All right.
can.
Oh, shit, and that's a huge dig, too, at, you know who, as well. All right, I'll put that up. Me and Dave Rose are the Batman and Robin of the community.
Yeah, I don't want to go that far. I'm trying to think of what association in comic books would be appropriate. I don't know. Not in the comic book mode right now. I'm thinking more about what Ken was talking about all these people that are yet again just showing their true colors, just exposing themselves as Jay Diz is obviously talking about in the chat, grabbing that golden shovel and digging yourself to China. But I guess we'll have quite a few things to review when Liar goes live in the next little while. It's cold out here today in Canada. And some snow tonight, probably. Winter is really starting to bother me, and we're not even into the throes of it yet. There's been a lot of snow, a lot of shoveling. Need to get some more salt. But,
Put some salt in the wound.
Put some salt up in the wound.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that, YR. You don't have to worry about having to salt your driveway and shit.
Nah.
So is Tony in the poll now? Is Tony dumb, just doesn't give a fuck, or just too high? And you should have added another O to that. So I'll have to blame Shannon. I think she's the one who did this. That's a difficult one. I'm going to vote right now. There we go. It says your vote didn't go through.
What?
But do I have to be a dead Democrat for my vote to go? Let's go. Let's try again. Your vote didn't go through.
Dude, that might be that glitch, bro.
Let me try again. Let me reload.
That might be that fucking glitch.
I think you're right, dude.
Yeah.
It still won't let me fucking vote.
It's fucking ridiculous, man.
Fuck.
I can't even see you in the chat. I don't see you in.
See me in the chat, man.
I don't see you at all.
People actually see me in the chat, but you don't.
It's fucked up. I don't see you at all in the chat.
Oh my God,
Go
dude!
fuck
What I'm hearing
yourself,
right
you
now.
Huh?
Oh, Dave, we're gonna have a fill day today. Oh my God, dude!
If you want to do any graphics, then you got to use your cowboy hat to be a cowboy, and you can make me a cowboy as well.
Well, listen.
I like my proposition. Regardless, looks like there's a lot of info to cover, and the weather is quite limiting right now. Pops is asleep again.
Look, I don't have a hatred towards Tony. I don't fucking hate on him. You don't hear me bashing him. You don't hear me. The only time I make a comment on shit is when the conversation comes up, and I'm going to tell you how I feel. I'm not going to fucking, hide it.
Me too. I don't want to hate him. I don't want to I want to like him. Trust me, guy. I want to like him. But when he does this dumb shit by bringing these people in, I can't support that, bro. But I want to like you, Tony. Don't act like I just want to fucking
look.
Shit
The
on
bottom line is, these people like Danny, they show up on shit when they can get in, like when they can fit in. And it's like he sits there and he's like saying, well, like, what did he say before, Tony? Like, they made good with each other and they shook hands and they're friends now, or whatever the case may be. They let bygones be bygones. Well, guess what? The minute you don't let him on your shit, you're going to go back to square one with him. And we all know that's going to happen because it happens all the time with guys like SC Steve, Danny MT, Scotty MC. You don't fucking bow down and give these guys carte blanche to your shit whenever the fuck they want it and whatever the fuck they want, and you don't fucking stay within those lines of, hey, don't be in this person's chat and don't be talking to that person, and if I see you doing this and I see you doing that, I don't play that shit. And if you want to play that shit, that's up to you, man. That's not and I understand that the beginning is going to be like a nice fucking honeymoon. I get it. You're going to be in the honeymoon streams. That's what you're in right now. Everything's a plus in the honeymoon streams. You're starting up a brand new channel on your own. Everything's cool. Everything's fun. But wait until it becomes, hey, I want to do this with these people tonight, or I want to do this on my own. Wait until that happens, and then all of a sudden it's a problem. You're going to be back to square one.
You know something I keep forgetting about? I know I might be going on a tangent here, but I wanted to say this multiple times. I kept forgetting, kept remembering, kept forgetting. And, I didn't want to interrupt the flow of the show and stuff, but I do have to do so right now, is that I've never actually enjoyed myself so much online than since I left working with Joe Cronin. And I've never laughed as much. And look, I know I'm a serious sort of guy, but but I do like to laugh. It's just that if you don't laugh very often, you kind of forget about the joys of it. And it's I'm not going to rub it in that oh, my life is so terrible, blah blah blah. But sometimes you're preoccupied with other things. And well, the fact is that Ken has allowed me, not just with making Friday nights great again, but in prior time after I left Joe, he's given me opportunities to just experience fun times and laugh, and get a real joy out of even the most simple things. And and you were talking about that earlier today, Ken, about people don't show gratitude. And to me, I find that somewhat difficult, only because I find it comes off disingenuous, because I guess being a serious guy, I always question myself. And it also deals with other things in the past where I was genuine and people thought I wasn't, and made me feel bad, or as a kid and stuff. So it's just like, then it becomes difficult to show that gratitude. But you've also showed me, Ken, how to show that gratitude as well, because you're and yes, we're getting a sob story here, but just the way that you view life, just the way that you can see that silver lining in everything, and that your spirit is constantly just going back to try to be good, to accept people back in, to always be forgiving, to always try to be peace. And because of you, I've had a great time over the past couple of years, and just really giving me a good opportunity to just laugh, to
dude,
have fun.
That's why I say I don't want to be a person who fucking hates somebody. I don't want to hate somebody. I don't want to hate anybody, right? But these fuckers put you into the fucking frame of mind that you grow. Like you said before, you can't stomach to hear SC Steve talk, right? And it's like, I get it, because I can't stomach to hear some of these other motherfuckers like Scott or Danny MT. I can't stomach it anymore, right? But I don't want to feel that way towards those guys. I don't. But I do. I can't help the way I feel. I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to have that. But I have it because it's like, if you don't get to that level and tell yourself you need to, like, you know what, I can curve the hate. I don't hate these people enough where I'm going to go and fucking try to hurt them outside of YouTube and try to like fucking sabotage their jobs or their lives or anything having to do with it. I don't hate them that much, but there are motherfuckers out there that hate that much, that will try to ruin lives and sabotage and all that shit, right? And do sneaky fucking shit behind the scenes. And most of the time, it's the people that are calling out all the sneaky shit and calling people politicians and saying all that shit that are doing all that shit. Most of the time, it's the person that's calling it out who's doing it. That's most of the fucking time. And I don't want to be like them. I don't want to be down at that level, you know? But unless you do that, you're going to get fucked in this thing, because if you keep forgiving and you keep forgetting and you keep moving on, you'll eventually bury yourself with all this bullshit, and your shit won't matter anymore, and you could just take it right off the internet and just leave altogether, because it doesn't matter anymore at that point, because it will ruin it. These people don't give a fuck about these live streams. They don't care that there's a place to go and be yourself or connect with people that's real. It's a real fucking place that exists. They don't think that way. They don't even care about that, even if it was true or not. They don't care about that. They care about themselves. That's all they care about, is themselves. Them being able to say what they want, when they want, on whoever stream they want to. That's all that matters to them. Selfish motherfuckers. So you want to let selfish pieces of shit on your show, then you do that, man. You do that. You give the selfish scumbags a spot.
And he shows himself to be a sucker, to be a whore, because he's allowing himself knowingly to be taken advantage of. And he's fine with it. He knows what they're, a whore knows, what she's doing.
And the thing is, dude, Danny, Tony sat there with us watching Joe play this game with Danny, that he's playing with Danny now. And he commented on himself like, man, when is Joe going to pull a trigger on letting these assholes on his show? Like letting these pieces of shit on his streams. And it's like you were so quick to fucking know what was going on then, and you had it, and you knew what was going on. But now all of a sudden that doesn't matter now because it's you now. No, the same rules apply. The same rules apply, bro. There's no difference. Hey, listen, if you can make it work with Danny and Scott and all these guys, then God bless you, man. Because none of us have been able to do it. Not one of us have been able to do it. None of us. Not even the great Joe. None of us have been able to.
See, there's also a difference in the sense that when we tried, we were genuine in trying to help people out. The shit that we dealt with, actually being concerned about somebody's health,
is Tommy? Well, listen, is Tony putting these people on just so he has co-host, or is he putting them on because he wants to be cool with them?
No.
All right, so then there you go. Both sides are fucking fake. Both sides then are fucking fake.
Exactly.
And what kind of shit is that to build something upon? Fakeness? Bullshit? You're not in there trying to fucking connect with the Danny MT or feel bad for him. I mean, maybe I don't know. I don't know if he is or he isn't, but I'm gonna say by what you said, no, I would think that he isn't either. I would like, why the fuck would he want to give that guy a fucking chance? A full blown fucking racist scumbag. Why would he want to do that? Or is it that he just wants people to live stream with? Well, then if that's the case, and it is that he wants people to live stream with, well, then guess what? You're doing that just to throw somebody in who's live streaming with you, and he's doing it just to fucking have a platform to go on and spew his shit. And like I've said a million times, Tony, prove to me you could come on and do an hour of something besides drama or anything connected to the community. Because I've done 6, 7 hours, 15 hours, 20 hours of shit where you can't hear one word about the fuck community. Go watch it. 6 hours straight, not mentioning one fucking beef, not mentioning one thing of drama. Is that hard to do? No, it's not hard to do at all. It's not hard to do at all because you know how you do it? You have people that are on your shit that have no clue what the fuck's going on in the community, like Filthy and fucking Chris, my cousin. They don't know what's going on in the community. They don't give a fuck what goes on in here. They don't care where Danny MT is or what Tony's doing or what Joe's doing or what this guy's doing. They don't give a fuck. So when I go on the live streams with them on Saturday nights, guess what? If I go mention, oh, Tony's doing that shit again, they'll look at me like I have 3 heads. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And yeah, I'm lucky to have that because I can go to a safe zone and be like, you know what? I could turn that all off and enjoy my friends and enjoy the stream. And I could even do that on Friday, even with guys who do know what's going on and do see what's going on. We could shut that the fuck down and do 5, 6 hours straight of just shit, just fun shit. We've proven it. I want to see Tony do a fucking hour, 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Give me 40 fucking minutes of not mentioning drama, right? Give me an hour of content. Give me 2 hours of content without mentioning drama or your own personal bullshit. Can you do that?
Well, all he has to do is look at my channel and I do fucking multiple hours of Gerbil stuff. I mean, people always crying about me like, oh, Dave, all you can do is drama and you can't do anything else. Like, really? Like, you know, since things have calmed down and there's really nothing to talk about, plus, you know, I really don't want to talk about it. That's why I hung up the crown. I've been having fun with my thing, and the Gerbil stuff is great. I mean, I not one point do I talk any community stuff or drama, other than like, you know, okay, well, who should we have in the community to be on the rocket and so forth. But other than that, it's about, okay, so, you know, here's the orbit and this and the blah, 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 and it's nothing to do with drama.
40 votes in 12 minutes in, 55% say he's dumb, 30% says he just doesn't give a fuck, and 15% said he's too high.
So which one wins?
So right now, dumb is in the lead.
Really? I would have voted the middle one. The
just doesn't give a fuck. Yeah,
I honestly do believe that he's. I think he's a spoiled, petulant child, and as such, that's why he doesn't give a fuck. He just does whatever he wants, and he knows that because, again, these kids, because they were spoiled, never got a fucking proper whipping. So they know that they can push limits because they're not going to get spanked. But then, you know, and there's other people that try to pull that shit here, and we spanked them hard, and they went away. So,
dude, that is so true. What entertainment in the chat said, protect your peace. Is that what he said?
Yeah, I'm protecting my peace and my nuts.
Protect your peace. That's exactly.
Oh, sorry,
it.
No, that's a ruse. Sorry, protect your peace, as in
GMTA Entertainment said, protect your peace. Like that to me means the peace that we've worked for with us, with all of us, and the guys that do shows, and like the people
Great
in the
point.
chat, and like everything we fought for, and the chat fought for, and all this is like protecting. That's what I take out of it. AJ Adams chiming in.
I drank a tea today, by the way.
Chiming on in. Black man, you white bitch. I ain't getting no more white bitches. No motherfucking more.
You fucking white slut. Don't fuck these white sluts.
Everyone in the community is guilty of using the disabled, the tards and retardophiles for views and comedy and money. That's just life since puke loves trannies buy and die.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's definite. Everybody has, but don't forget though, AJ, that people like Bullfrog and Tommy NC 2010 will come on to these live streams even if they're not invited. So I know that sometimes it looks like it's a setup that, hey, let's bring this fucking idiot on and we can make fun of him and get him riled up and get him fucking cursing and screaming. But most of the time, between those guys, they want to be there and they call in. Like, for instance, the other night, Tommy NC 2010, I didn't speak to him the whole day, didn't have any plans with him to come on at all, right? He called in. One of the first things he did was have altercation with me and then start fucking arguing with other people and get pissed off and he bounces. He got in a huge fight and then bounces, right? I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't want that to happen. I didn't plan for that to happen. I didn't call up Tommy and ask for him to come on. So most of the time, my point is most of the time, these guys that you would consider handicapped in the community, they come on themselves. They want to be there. They want to be in there. Even if they're getting shitting on, even if they're getting pounded, they want to be there.
Yo, last night I ended my fucking show because Bullfrog started the screaming bullshit. I ended the whole damn show. I wasn't going to have that. So
he needed me to convince him to bring it back online.
And Bullfrog, I stepped away from him a long time ago. Like I said a million times, even before he was banned for good in my shit, he was already down to 10%. I already lowered him down to 10%. And you want to know something? For 2 years, I could have put that guy on every single show I had because he called into every single live stream that I had for 2 years straight. And I only picked the spots here and there to bring him on. I didn't bring him on even close to what Joe was doing. Joe was throwing him on thumbnails and putting him on every fucking video he had. I was doing it once in a while. He was like 50% with me. And then I eventually weaned him down to 10% of the time I would answer his calls because my cousin couldn't stand him. Filthy would fucking leave the show if he comes on because he talks over people. He fucking tries to make it all about himself. He can't just come in there and chill out and have a good time and fucking laugh and, he can't do that. It's got to be about him most of the times. And that's what they couldn't stand. So I lowered him down to 10% on my own. And then people came in, and by the good grace of their fucking hands, they blocked him forever in here. And it's the best thing that ever happened to my channel and myself. And I don't say that trying to shit on the guy because I do like him, and I do feel for him in many ways. But in many ways, the guy brings it on himself because he calls into these streams and he puts himself in this predicament time and time again. The cops being called to his house, people want to be like, that's trolls, and trolls do that. No. Let's not get it twisted. When you're sitting in your fucking apartment at 4 o'clock in the morning, screaming to the top of your lungs, most of the time it's not a troll calling the cops, it's your neighbor. Okay? I don't care how many times Bullfrog or anybody else tells me, the trolls called the cops on him. I seen it happening. Even in rehab, I saw it happening. What are you talking about? The community was better. No, asshole. If you're sitting in your apartment screaming to the top of your lungs that late, what's going to happen? You got people living to the sides of you, above you, and below you, okay? They ask for it. They ask for it time and time again. You can't even blame that on the trolls. So I understand what you're saying, but I also see it this way too because it's the truth, man. These guys love to put themselves into that whole thing. Hold on while my daughter smacks dishes around in the background here. I'm gonna turn up the volume so you guys could hear that a little better.
Dishes.
Oh, okay. There you go. Smash a couple more.
Was she Greek? Slamming those plates down.
What
Opa!
What are you making? Oh, Christ.
You better be making some for Dad.
No, I'm good, thank you. I'm just sick as hell.
So what do you just eating some Alex Jones bone broth, and
Dude, I've had no appetite. And I've lost 5 pounds. I should just stay this way. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get a drink real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, but you don't want to get all dehydrated either, Ken.
Yeah, that's why I've been drinking water like crazy, bro. Because it helps.
Get some pedia fluid.
It coats my throat, the water, and just helps me out because I'm dry and fucking. I'll be back in a second.
So YR, I drank some tea today because that was your recommendation and many others. And yeah, I know I should have done that.
Powdered or from the bag? Fresh.
It was from a bag.
Tea bagged it? All right, good.
Yeah. Yeah, I tea bagged it. Stinging nettle tea, very good for circulation. And it worked well. But I should keep it up as well as. I think I'm going to start to take echinacea tincture. You drop sometimes 5 to 10 drops into a glass of water, mix it up, and drink that. And that will stave off any potential flus. Because let's be honest, I mean, the supposed Omicron variant, which I don't think even exists, is less severe than the previous ones. It's much more mild. But the people that all got vaxxed are 66 times. So that's 660% more likely to spread whatever stupid Chinese bioweapon that they've infected people with. So
I went twice in the last 2 days for COVID shit.
I had negative?
So I had to go Monday and get the rapid COVID test, and I got the wrong one because I wasn't supposed to get the rapid test, which is unreliable. I was supposed to get the whatever the fuck name it is. It's
PCR?
Yeah, I was supposed to get that
the
one.
one that they shove that fucking stupid Q-tip through your brain
No,
membrane?
they don't do it like that no more, dude. They literally just touch the surface of your nose now. And I was like, I said to the woman, I said to the nurse, I go, aren't you supposed to shove that up into my cranium? And she was like, no, it's not like that anymore. We don't have to go all the way in there. And I was like, oh,
But they called it a PCR test? You sure about this?
Yeah, it was a PCR test. Yep.
Because, that whole shove it into the brain and the membrane breaking.
I saw it on my...
The ancient Egyptians used to do that to slaves, dude.
I saw it on my...
do that to actually make them much more susceptible to authority.
I saw the receipt on my insurance, so I know it's that right. I know it's the right test.
They charge you for that shit?
Bro, no, they don't charge me, but I still see the statement.
Yeah, they got to put it through the system. Yeah, they got to put it through the system. Those receipts.
And
shit.
Listen, let me just make this clear. Having Real Talk die out of nowhere in this community, right, puts a lot of shit into perspective, and it changed the way I think about certain things. And I'll tell you this, there might be certain people in the community that could give a fuck if those guys die tomorrow. And I don't blame them for feeling that way. Okay, I don't, because these people have fucking ruined so much shit in the past and have done so much shitty shit behind the scenes and have fucking tinkered around with some nasty shit behind the scenes. And Dave, you know how I am when it comes to that nasty shit. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to come next to it. I fucking stand far away from it. The minute I hear some crazy shit like that, I run for the hills. I don't want nothing to do with anything illegal at all, right? But with that said, I don't have so much hatred on these guys that I want to see them dead. And let me tell you, if one of them died tomorrow, I'd be just as upset as Real Talk dying, okay? I don't want to see anybody dead, hurt, or anything. I want to see these guys grow up, prosper, think differently, maybe understand what the fuck they've done and who they are.
The views of Ken and Ken alone.
And you want to know something? You know, they sit there and they're so quick to say, I take responsibility for the shit I've done. No. You take selective responsibility for what you've done. You select things to take responsibility for to make it look like you're taking responsibility, but you're not overall for all the shit you've done and said. Because if you did, you'd come out clean and say, yes, I am all that. I was all that. I did all that. And I'm not going to do it no more. Like Scott had a chance to come back into this community and really fucking pour his heart out and say, I'm back and I want to still be a part of this shit, but I don't want to fight with people. I just want to come back and just try to start all over. You know how many people would have embraced that? You know how many people would have fucking done the right thing? A lot of people. And then if, God forbid, one of us went and attacked him after that, we would have been the outcasts. We would have been the assholes.
Yep.
if they were doing the right thing. All it takes is to do the right fucking thing once. That's it. But some of these people can't figure that out because they don't think that way and they don't care about anybody but themselves. That's the shitty part of this whole entire thing. And you know what? You can fake it. But like I say all the time, actions speak louder than words. Because you could sit there and tell everybody you take responsibility and this and that, but you really don't.
Well, that's why I always said deeds speak. You can say, and that's why I hate when, all these people like, oh, what do you want, an apology? It's like, those are meaningless.
Yeah.
Words are meaningless.
Action.
What I want to see is action.
Yeah.
So if you really mean what you say, then you don't have to say a goddamn thing.
Yep. And
You
I'd be
just have
right
to
there.
fucking do it.
And I would be
prove
right there
it.
to stand up alongside of you, even if nobody liked it, even if I got threatened by friends. If I knew you were doing the right thing and you really meant it, I don't give a fuck what anybody else says. I would be right there to support you. But unfortunately, those chances were squandered so many fucking times. So you see a guy like Tony who got excommunicated basically from YR's shit, right? And you say to yourself, well, I can't blame him in a way. But, dude, we're here to tell you the things that you're going to run into ahead of time. We're trying to save you from yourself. We're trying to save you the fucking biting off of your lip at the end of this, because that's what's going to happen. That's what happens with these guys. It doesn't end well. Every single time, it does not end well. Especially somebody who is known as being a fucking full-blown racist lowlife in our community. Comes on here and spits on other nationalities and other people. Think of what this guy says behind closed doors. Think of who he's hating behind closed doors. Think of that. If he's willing to come on here and say all of what he said right in front of all of us, think about what he's thinking and saying behind the scenes. About who? About other nationalities, black, Hispanic, white, whoever the fuck ain't him, and his master breed of German and Russian. Think about it, what's going on behind the scenes. Okay? He can sit there and pretend like he's friends with people. He goes on Garguts' shit and acts like he's buddy with Garguts, right? You could tell Garguts wants nothing to fucking do with it no more, but it's too pussy to fucking stand up for himself. And not to mention, the guy came on a week before calling fucking Nick a fucking wetback kike. Right? Come on now. The truth shall set you free. So, Tony, hey, listen, like I've said, I've never had issue with anything you do. Go do it, man. I'm just going to react the way that I react to it. And whether you want to pay attention to that or not is up to you. Whether you want to respond to that or not is up to you. And I don't care either way. Because, I've heard you say shit where, oh, Ken doesn't come on here because other people tell him what to do and he listens to them and he blah, 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 blah. And no, that's not the full story. You're not telling the full story.
Tony's live right now. His title's Unreal. Oh, Tony. Tony.
Well,
That's
I mean,
You gonna go live over Ken, motherfucker? Huh?
That's all good, bro. I don't
I
give a fuck.
strike again.
Well, you were really in the twilight zone when Rose, Young Republican, are teaming up to co-host a drama show together. So, things have really got a little weird today, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, if it was up to me, man, things wouldn't be the way they are. But I can't control what people do and what people, I can't control,
It goes right back to what you've always said, is that we just came here to have fun.
That's it.
But we were forced to address things. Like what? Somebody shits on them or even just comments on what they do, and they can get mad. But if someone does it to us and we do so, we can't do it? I mean, it's just like, how dare you comment on that shit that I talked on you about? It's like, but you would do the same thing. Well, no, the rules apply different to me. I'm special. I'm spoiled. The fuck out of here. It's a bunch of children, Ken. These people are mental midgets and emotional faggots.
It's a shame that
I've already got a lawyer and a fucking detective.
it's a shame that things got to be like this. It really is. It's just this is the culture. This is what the culture is here in this community. It was made like this long time ago?
I have to disagree, Ken.
Job set the
I
flow,
only
bro.
think this happened when Scott really fucking threw things into the mix, because until that point, there was spats and stuff. There was little disagreements, but it never went to the level that it did until Scott came into the picture.
Well, I mean, that is true, and that is true. But like, my point is, like, it was let happen. It was
allowed to happen.
Yeah, it was like allowed to be done. It was allowed to happen, and it was like allowed to seep in and fucking.
Yeah, no, it was like a runaway train where nobody put on the brakes. They're like, let's just see where it goes.
Yeah, it would have been nice if at certain points back when we were all good with, that he would have stepped up and fucking put his foot down and said, hey, like, this is this, and like, watch out for these people. And he did warn us about a lot of people when I was with him, but he would go and fuck with these same people that he would warn us not to fuck with.
Yes. And then complain when we told him, I'm not associating with him, you shouldn't either. It's like, you're telling me what to do. It's like, no, we're just telling you that we're not doing it. And if you understand where we're coming from, because you're supposedly our friend, you would do the same thing. Like, you don't even have to be asked about it.
How many times JB came to me and said, Ken, is Joe out of his mind? And I'd be like, what do you mean? Oh, like, he's sitting there and complaining that me and you are talking to this person. Meanwhile, he just did a live stream with him fucking 2 days ago. And I'd be like, I don't know, man. It is fucking weird. And that happened so many fucking times because Joe had like this double standard when it came to like playing games with Scott and other people. It'd be like, dude, stop playing games with these guys because it's just going to ruin shit.
You can't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
What about you? What you do this, you do that. It's like, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about you. No, but what about, these people always point the finger to something else.
Yeah.
Can't accept personal responsibility.
Yeah, it could have been deaded like right then and there. Could have been like, taken care of right then and there, but it just never was, and it festered and grew, and then it turned into this big beast, and like fucking that was allowed to, come and go. And like it was like people were able to utilize Joe against people and he would let it happen, and it was just like, man, you should have nipped it in the ass when you could have, but that's here nor there now. It is what it is. And you know what? Listen, we all know who's what and who's doing what. Like, we all could see it, and it is what it is. And people are gonna, stay away from who they want to stay away from. And at the end of the day, it shouldn't affect any of the listeners because they shouldn't care about it anyway. Because it's like, what is it any skin off of their back? They're just here to enjoy themselves. You know what I mean? So why should they care if these people are doing streams together or that person's on this person's stream? Like, hey, fuck it. You don't have to go over and watch. Nobody does. If you don't like it, then you don't have to watch. That's what it comes down to. And, like I said, they make you a decision. You have to lie in your own bed. And that's it. And that's all we can do. Listen, we all made mistakes, right? But it's like, you would expect the next person to learn from your mistake and say, okay, well, I'm not going to repeat what that person did because that obviously was a stupid move to make. But, hey, if they want to learn on their own, I had to learn on my own too. So, hey, fuck it. But you know what? At the end of it, don't be surprised if there's people that don't want to talk to you anymore. Because that's the risk you run when you go and you try to interact with snakes.
That's what blows my mind. This is the entitlement attitude. Sorry, I got to add this. The entitlement attitude is incredible. Because, for example, when I sailed away multiple times from Joe, was I in his chat badgering it, like spamming it, saying,
Nope.
Cronin's a liar. You got to follow me. Check out my channel. I'm going to expose this guy. I didn't.
Nope.
You were nowhere to be found.
Only a normal person would leave and then say, okay, I left. I'm going to leave. That's what I'm. No, but people like Danny and Scott and a couple other people, no, they can't help themselves but to troll and to stay involved, even when they're saying they're leaving. I'm leaving and I'm not looking back. And it's like, oh, really? I thought you were leaving. How come you're in my chat the next night fucking trolling? It's like, you don't want to leave, man. You just say you do, but it's all realistic. You don't want to leave, and you know you don't. And it's a shame that what? Go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
Not for nothing, bro, but Tony's over there, and he sounds like he just took 50 Oxycontins and 20 heroines, bro.
20 heroines?
How can we
It's
fucking...
not how you measure heroin.
How could we take anything like this guy? Just sounds like he does not know what he's talking about. Is what I'm trying to get to. He sounds.
Newsflash: Is this new? Is this a new?
No.
Has he ever? I mean, when he tried to debate me about fucking health, it's like, yeah, dude, like I only recently changed my diet, but now I know everything. So like, that's why I'm recommending you eat this absolute garbage fucking non-meat food. It's like, but hold on, I've actually, known things about health that you've never even covered or known about, and I know about the chemical composition of these fucking fake burgers, which is even worse than fucking eating plastic. And you're gonna try to tell me, especially when he's like.
Do you know how many people? Do you know how many people said to me, I'm going to give it a little time with Tony and his new stream that he's starting, if I'm going to go on there or not. And this is some people that don't see eye to eye with him and don't talk to him, and they were like, let's see if he can do the right thing. If he does the right thing, then there's no reason why we can't fucking move forward, shake hands, and be cool with each other, and everybody mingle again with each other on each other's streams. And then these same people came back to me 2 weeks later and were like, fuck that. I ain't going to see him eye to eye. Look, he's not even trying.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck. He obviously doesn't
I would have
care.
loved for that. If he would have never brought these assholes on, Ken, I would have loved for us to
Yeah,
mingle
and I
all
said the
that,
same
but-
thing too, man. And he'd be surprised, the other people that were like willing to like say, all right, if he does the right thing here, there's no reason why we can't shake hands and move forward and everybody mingle again on each other's live streams like we were. And people were actually wanting that to happen. But then after the whole fucking Scott thing and then Danny and like all this shit, it's like, how do you expect these people to just be like, oh, okay, like, how do you expect, if I brought fucking Scott on.
He's going to keep saying, though, they never had problems with him. They only had problems with us, a history. Well,
No, but that's not true because,
right.
Scott doxed the fuck out of him, number one, and said all this shit about him, right? And then he doxed Scott, right? And then didn't he have a fucking thing with Danny too, where Danny was going fucking straight? It was like calling out Tony and saying all kinds of nasty
come
shit.
To Boston, and then
I mean, like, what?
Boston and makes his way to New York. Yeah.
So that makes no sense to me. Hey, if that's the friends you want, man, then that's your business. I ain't judging you. Go do what you got to do, man. Go do what you got to do. I'm not fucking hating on you. I'm not hating on Tony. I don't come on every night and talk about fucking Tony. When was the last time I really talked about him? I don't fucking make him my main focus. I mean, I went the other night and didn't even talk about him once. I didn't mention him once.
He's trying to like get these people, like these shitters that we are the band here and stuff that we don't associate. He's trying to like change them to show like, oh, there is a chance.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
There's a million chances we gave these people.
Good luck with that, bro. I wish you the best of luck with that. If you can change how they're perceived and how they are towards people, and you can do that, then more power to you, brother. More power to you, because none of us has been able to figure that out. So if you can figure that out, then hey, man, you're better man than me.
And it's not like everyone was cool and then everyone wasn't cool and then that was that. No, it was multiple times we gave chances. I got chances. Everyone got chances. Or,
I got chances.
Back and forth,
I got chances.
These people fuck up.
I got chances with people, and I didn't blow those chances. I actually did the right thing. When you get a chance, if you don't take advantage of it, then you squander it. And that's what Scott did. He came in, and he could have taken a situation where he came back, and he was Tommy Trailers, like a fucking imbecile, and he tried to come in here on some sneaky shit and some scumbaggery again. And what happens? At the end of the day, he deletes his shit and he's gone again, right? Because he didn't do it the right way.
He could have gotten so much sympathy.
My God, could he have ever? He would have had so many people on his side and pulling for him at that point. It would have been even some of us would have been like, hey, you know what?
If he was sincere, it'd be like, well, you know what? It's nice to see that you actually carried out and carried through with what you said you were going to do.
If he was sincere,
and
man,
you're clearly now on a better path.
Yeah.
And obviously we're not scumbags, so we're not gonna fucking shit on you for that.
Exactly.
And it's funny because Tony was shitting on his sobriety and all this shit. Travis made a great video, I believe, about this, but he didn't talk about it. Where it's just like, Tony's shitting on the fact that one guy, and it wasn't heroin that the guy was addicted to, but obviously he had to deal with it.
Jesus.
And he was shitting on him for that. Like, the jealousy is incredible. It's like, would you not wish somebody who may have experienced addiction, similar to what you did, Tony, wouldn't you not want to wish him well, knowing that you've also gone through something similar? I mean, is that not part of the whole process? Is like you're supposed to have empathy for fellow man and so forth, and have that compassion to understand the plight of others? Is that not part of this whole rehab shit?
Everyone but Scott, though, Dave. No empathy for Scott.
No, there would have been, though, is what he's saying. There would have been. And you know what?
Right.
And you know what? If it was done the right way, I would have even been like, you know what? Listen, if you have a problem with me supporting this dude now, then fuck you. Because he's obviously trying to do the right thing. He came back and poured his heart out and did the right thing and fucking was like,
But what was the purpose of Tony shitting on him like that, other than possibly jealousy or something? It's just like, we don't want him around, but he is, done with his whole little detox thing.
He's jealous that Tony's jealous that Scott's an alcoholic? What are you saying? Jealous of what?
No, it just sounds to me that you see, okay, so you got addict number 1, Tony, and you got addict number 2, Scott. So addict number 1 has completed his fucking process. Oh, I'm free, I'm not an addict no more. And then he smokes a fucking another bong hit. And then he's pointing to fucking Scott, and obviously Scott's doing his stupid shit and all, but he is, apparently clean, and he also, said that he was going to go through this whole process of detox. But why is Tony shitting on Scott for that and questioning, that sort of thing? Meanwhile, Tony is smoking weed every day on camera, fucking, whoa, dude, you can't hold me accountable. I've been smoking weed all day. Whoa, dude. I find it very hypocritical of Tony to do that. I think Travis really did a good point in when he pointed this out, because he explained it quite well. And this is the thing though. This is called fair and balanced, unlike CNN. I'm not fucking rooting for Scott. Last we dealt with Scott, evil individual. I don't know what's changed. I know he still has a petty nature to him, but I don't know. He deleted his channel. We'll see what happens. But
he'll be back.
I think there's a clear difference here, and a hypocrisy when it comes to Tony, sort of shitting on somebody else trying to get some sort of sobriety.
Yeah,
I'm not defending Scott at all.
I didn't hear.
I have no sympathy for the guy anymore. It was surgically removed from me. I fucking did my best to be a good person, and it was proven to me. Life, bitch slapped me and said, nope, this guy does not deserve any sort of sympathy. Forget your good-natured ways. Forget your true, person. You cannot even hope, waste energy hoping for good things on this guy. It is worthless.
Yeah,
unfortunately, that's the way you got to view it.
Yeah. Yep.
And it doesn't make people like Ken and me feel good, because Ken's got a bigger heart than I do, but we're somewhat similar in that sense. Is that our innate nature is to give people the benefit of the doubt, to really try to look for that silver lining, for what that little spark that
in a perfect world, bro,
make them good.
In a perfect,
help them out.
In a perfect world, right? In my perfect world would be we're all cool with each other. There's not one person that has an issue. That's a perfect world. But we're never going to get that. That's never going to happen. I mean, that's inevitable, right? But you can hope, Yeah,
but some of us just basically realize, okay, we can't get a perfect world. Instead of dealing with this shit, I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And others are like, no, how dare you do that? I want to keep, badgering you and attacking you and trying to get into your shows because I feel I deserve it. I'm owed it.
Yeah. That owed mentality shit, man. That's real. That does exist, bro. And that's the warning to Tony. Hey, it's going to happen. Eventually, you're going to be hit with, I don't want this person on my shit tonight, or I didn't want to answer your call for this stream because I was doing this. And then all of a sudden, it's going to be an issue. And it's we're trying to save you from that. But hey, if you want to learn on your own, like I said, then yeah, you go learn on your own, man. That's fine. But don't expect people to, rally around you or be cool with you after that, And then maybe there will be people that are cool with you after that. I don't know. All I can do is control how I feel and what I do. And like I said, I really do wish the guy the best of luck. If you think you can make it work with those guys and you can do it, then hey, more power to you, bro. You're a better man than me. Like I said, you're a better man than me because I couldn't do it. I tried my ass off with both of those guys and couldn't do it, And I'm the scumbag because I couldn't do it. I couldn't pull it together with these guys and maintain a friendship unless I bowed down and let them do whatever the fuck they want to do. And no, I'm sorry.
Yep.
That don't happen, Like, not happening. I'm
And
not.
to the point of intimidation,
Yeah.
like attempted intimidation.
Yeah, well, you guys saw that night. It was like the minute I didn't answer the call for Danny MT that night, it went from, oh, me and Ken are cool, we're really cool, to, yo, shit's coming, bro. I'm getting you a pizza.
Yeah.
I'm getting you a pizza,
coming.
bro. It's ordered already. You know what I mean? Shit's coming, And the same shit happened with Joe eventually. Like it always did. It's happened a million fucking times with Joe already, But that's the way it is, man, and you'll figure that out, and eventually that'll happen to you. So it's inevitable. Eventually it'll happen. And as far as No Hard Feelings, I got to see if Nick is around for No Hard Feelings tonight. But if he's not, then, maybe we'll do it on the weekend, Sunday or something like that. I got to see what the deal is with him because I know Thursday nights they have Dirty
Rotten podcast.
Yeah, Dirty Rotten podcast. So I know he can't do it
No,
Thursday.
hold on. Today's Wednesday, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying if he wanted to do it tomorrow or something,
Don't get
I know.
me confused, Ken. Come on, I'm getting old.
Well, no, I'm saying I know if he wanted to do it tomorrow, he can't,
No, it's okay.
So then we can move it to the weekend or something like that. But if he's down tonight, maybe you'll see us tonight on here because there's a lot
He
of
was
other.
in the chat earlier.
Yeah, I saw him. But there's a lot of other shit that I wanted to touch on besides just this. So maybe we'll do that tonight, or maybe
I'd like
not.
to hear it.
Yeah, I don't know
that'd be
yet.
great.
We'll see what happens, but I'm sure there'll be plenty to cover tonight. I'm sure there'll be plenty to listen to and review.
You could maybe do a Can I Talk? Or Can We Talk? What did you
Yeah, I haven't
call
done
it,
that in
Phil?
a while, man. I changed that to Converted. Basically, this is what that would be.
Oh, I like the two different.
Well, because you
show
know why,
names. I
dude?
think
Everybody
it's
does
just
the
fucking
talk
awesome.
thing now. Everybody has the Tommy talks, Tony talks, Tommy talks, CV talks, Tenny talks, Jenny talks, Steven talks,
Well, you
Michael
can also
talks.
go to Joe Ken.
Yeah, that's true.
Just call your show Just Joe Ken.
Just Joe Ken. That's it. Just Joe Ken around. Joe Ken around. Just Joe Ken.
Joe Ken. Yeah, there we go. Joe Ken around.
That's it. We're just Joe Ken around. That's all we're doing. There's nothing serious here. Nothing to see here.
Dude, what is going on?
Just keep moving.
Dude, listen,
Dude,
shout
what?
out to my minnows.
Dude, what is going
We're
on,
getting
dude?
some shit.
What is going
Yeah,
on?
me and Dave have a lot to cover
Let's
today.
play it
dude.
right
This
now.
is-
Let's touch on it. What's going on?
This
Tell
is
us.
fucking sickening.
Tell us the deal. Tell us.
Bullfrog, I guess, turned his back and is on the Tony Show permanently because of.
Well, where's
14-hour
Tony?
streams.
Where else would he go, bro? I mean, where do you want Bullfrog to
On
go?
his own channel. Without OBS.
I called the guy today to make sure his
Farting
brother was
couch.
all right because he got COVID, bro. For God's sake, like
Who got the COVID?
Jason.
His brother?
Yeah, and I called Bullfrog. I was like, bro, is like everything all right? And, like he treats me like this.
Just slandering my name, bro, and not giving me a chance to rebuttal.
Slandering.
Of course not. This ain't no fucking
Slandering.
democracy.
This is slandering. How the
Well,
fuck?
according to
So
a
then,
fucking brain-dead
so then,
fuck
what
like
you
him.
did the other day, Tony, by mentioning me and fucking saying I wouldn't come on your streams because my friend was telling me not to, then that's slander. So I can call that slander. Because if you're saying that this is slander, then I could call that slander, right? How am I slandering this guy's name? Who am I going to and telling not to be friends with him? Who am I going to and telling them you shouldn't go onto his live streams or watch him or he's an untalented motherfucker or he copies everybody? Who am I going and saying that to? How is that? What I'm saying and doing slander? How is that slander? How the fuck is that slander? when you're doing the same shit? You said 2 days ago, oh, he doesn't come on my shit because his friends tell him not to, and people have to have their own. Like me, I'll just go where I want and do what I want. Like, oh, such a free bird. Like, oh, I don't listen to what people tell me to do. But you're sitting there saying that. So is that slander? Can I call that slander? Because I'm doing the same shit you were doing. I just did the same shit you were doing. It just took me a couple of extra days to do it. So is it slander? Is it slander? I mean, you got some balls saying that this is slander. You got some fucking balls saying that, man.
And knowing that you're completely wrong.
He's saying that because
also,
you won't let him
you
on.
used the Shanzu thing
Talking to him.
on me, and he didn't say that. He didn't even acknowledge. Joe's never acknowledged. You're telling me Joe's acknowledged that I fucking have a platform? No.
Yes, Joe did acknowledge that. What the fuck is this guy talking about, dude?
Yeah, we have a donation.
Two people boxed on my platform.
Dude. Joe said it the other day, okay? Plain and simple, he said it the other day. You don't believe me? Go fucking look for it yourself. He said it the other day. The only thing that Tony did for me was to show me other people's addresses. He made a comment.
18. Shout out to my emperor, Dave Rose. What is up, brothers? I'm planning on going live in 33 minutes. Please finish streaming by then, know what I'm saying? Hey listen. Much love, not trying to step on no one's toes. Don't be sickening.
Was that you? Young or no?
No, I'm making cookies.
Listen, let me tell you something. Joe said the other day, okay? He has made the comment about what's his name's stream? The fuck's his name again? Sean's View. He said about Sean's View about a month ago, oh, thanks for letting me know everybody's address in your chat. That's what Sean's View did.
Funny line.
Then he said the same exact thing the other day about Tony. I heard the clip.
Technically, it is the same people doing it.
Yeah, he said the same thing basically about Tony the other day, and I heard the fucking clip as loud and clear, and said the same shit like, "Oh, yeah, you've done nothing but let me learn other people's addresses in your chat." So he has acknowledged. He does know you have your own channel. He's acknowledged it twice. So I think you're a little bit behind on the news loop. So.
Bro. And that's because even the trolls and the assholes are somewhat responsible here. And it's those shitheads.
What? People's addresses are in your chat every fucking time you live stream. They're responsible. The trolls are responsible. What? I love it. You're trying to make sense of it. Oh my God, bro. Holy shit. Wow.
If you give me shit, you give me shit, and that's fine. But that's it. Let's leave it at that, right? And I'll let you do what you want, in the chat. At least be somewhat fucking respectable. But Danny MT, can you believe this manipulation?
Listen, all I'm saying is, guys, whether it be a month, whether it be a week, whether it be a day, whether it be 48 hours, you mark my fucking words. Danny MT and Tony will have it out. They will go at each other. Mark my fucking words. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. Because that's how it always ends with Danny MT and a couple of other dudes. That's the way it's always going to end every fucking time. You're not playing craps where there might be a different outcome when you roll the dice. No, you know what you're getting when you deal with those people. You want to deal with them? Go right the fuck ahead. I don't have a complaint about it. I'm not complaining about it. I don't give a fuck who you interact with. Go ahead. I'm just making my opinion on it and telling you, hey, you don't have to go down the same road we all went down and have the anguish and the bullshit to deal with at the end of it. We could save you from it. But you're either too stupid, too high, or don't give a fuck to take what everybody else is telling you, and you want to find out on your own. So go ahead. That's fine. I don't have a quarrel with it. Go do what you got to do, man. I'm not the one who's on your dick. I don't give a fuck about what you do and what you say. I barely even respond to the shit that I hear from him. You know? I barely even respond to it. So it is what it is, man. Go and fuck. You want to bring those people on your shit? Go right ahead, bro. Have fun with it. I hope it works out for you. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to wrap this bitch up in a little bit here. I'll let you guys get to what you're doing. And all that shit. And I'll let everybody know on Twitter if we're going to be coming on for a No Hard Feelings tonight. And I'll let people know on here. I'll post it underneath the foul mouths thing on here. Other than that, yeah. Anything else you guys want to say before we bounce out?
Yeah. Fuck SC Steve. Cinderblock therapy is inevitable, Mr. Fernandez. And you can keep whining and all that shit, but know this. I don't even have to raise a finger or go into America, because I'm certainly not getting the jab, and that's what prevents me from doing so. But you've pissed off more than just me, so enjoy.
There you go, and you get one comment from Shannon real quick.
I just wanted to let everyone know, I really don't want you to get me a Christmas gift, but I'm going to post my Christmas list on Twitter later.
Oh, okay, thank you. All right, thank you. That's good. You don't want any gifts, but I'm going to post what I want on Twitter.
Does that include a ball gag or muzzle?
No,
it sounds like Ken's been having a gay old time without Shannon being able to speak very well, right? And she can't talk back to you now, so you're just berating her like a proper husband?
Lozenges. Lozenges.
You're going to take a
Ricola.
Huh? What'd you say, Young?
No, I'm trying to find some healthy ones. They're kind of hard to get around here because a lot of them have sucralose, which is what aspartame was replaced by. It's all fucking GMO garbage, and it'll give you cancer and shit. So I'm trying to find some good stuff. So right now, I just need to drink my tea.
Hey, when ex-Governor Cuomo was asked this question, listen to his reply.
I hope he gets axed in the face.
You ready? Listen to this reply.
Do you understand what a girlfriend is?
Oh, girlfriend means different things to different people.
So that means you could touch any woman you want. Because it means different things to different people. I can look at that girl across the room and say, you know what? She's my girlfriend. Because I say so. That gives me the...
fucking... Man, these brothers are fucking perverted, and
do you understand what a girlfriend is?
It's not just
girlfriend
them;
means
it's
different things
all
to
of
different
them
people.
in these positions.
Fucking just the logic is like almost like the logic that Tony's using.
Do you understand what a girlfriend is?
Oh, girlfriend means different things to different people.
Do you understand what a troll is, and them trying to ruin your life? Well, you know, a troll ruining your life is different things to different people.
This is how they destroy society: is they infiltrate, these sort of states of the society with these people who are so corrupt. I mean,
you know what it is, Dave? It's people see people take a stand, right? And put their foot down and say, no, you know what? That shit don't fucking cut it over here no more, and it's not happening. And people get mad at that. Like, how dare you stand up to the bullshit? How dare you put your foot down and say it ends here? How dare you say the buck fucking ends here? How dare you do that and say that? How dare you have the gall to actually do that against these trolls and these scumbags? How dare you fucking actually barricade them from your shit? How dare you do that? How dare you fight to free up the chats and people having a good fucking time? Because you want to know something? When people weren't coming around, it was because they had fear of being fucking, their names being thrown out there or their addresses being thrown out there. And you want to fucking go and you want to be friends with these people. You want to be friends with a guy who the minute you don't let him on your live stream, he's threatening to come and kill you. You want to be fucking friends with a person like that. You want to live stream with people like that. Go right the fuck ahead. Have fun doing it. Have fun, buddy. Have fun. That's the problem. Some people, these troll cocksuckers, the reason they want to fight so bad and the reason that they keep doing this is because in their minds, it's like, how dare these people stick up for themselves? How dare they come together? How dare they do that? How dare they come together? They should be split down the middle like the country is or like the world is. They should be split down the middle. How dare all these people come together on the same page? How dare they do that? How dare they call our card? How dare they tell us for what we really are? How dare they fucking exploit the truth How dare them not be fake like us? How dare them? How fucking dare them?
Fucking sickening.
Here we go.
Despicable.
It's going
You're
down.
done.
Me and Rose about to blow this shit up, bro.
You're done.
Well, listen, there's a lot of people.
You want to run your mouth? You want to run that cocksucker?
A lot of people running their cocksuckers right now. And they can run it all they want. Because at the end of the day, they can't penetrate shit. And they can't hurt people. And they can't bully people. And they can't intimidate people like they used to. It just doesn't work anymore. Sorry. But you know what? There'll always be some sort of Tony from Revere lurking around, willing to learn on their own. And hey, maybe he's doing it the right way, maybe he's not. Who the fuck am I to judge? But you know what? I think all the groundwork has already been laid out for you to come into this game and to know what's what and to see the writing on the wall. And he has. There's no doubt about it. So then it goes back to the same question again. Are you dumb? Are you too high? Or you just don't give a fuck?
He's going to do it his way or the highway.
And that's it. And you know what? I can't blame him. Go ahead. You want to do it, man? I thought I could make it work with those people at one point. But I found out the hard way. And like so many of us want to like Tony and want to be cool with him. I've never came on here and ripped Tony apart for no reason. I've never come on here and fucking shitted on what he does. Never. I've never done that. I've never done that. And I'll continue to not do it. But I'm going to give my opinion every fucking time. And you know what? Like, hey, it is what it is. If you have a problem with my opinion, then, hey, you have an opinion on that. So you're allowed to say whatever the fuck you want. So go ahead. And so are these guys. And so is everybody else. And they're allowed to fucking think the way they want to. If they think you're a shit box for doing what you're doing, then they do. If they think, it's not a big deal, well then, hey, they think it's not a big deal. It's up to everybody's discretion what they feel. So, but anyway, who's going live next? Why are you going live? What are you doing?
Yeah, we're doing the drama watch tower with
I thought
Young
you
and
were
Rose.
going to say drama towel, and I'm like, God damn, man, you lost fucking things to fucking throw in there, huh? Now you're using towel? Wipe off the drama sweat with the drama towel. No.
No, we're going to be reviewing some stuff, some clips and shit, because shit got way out of hand. And Prince just thinks he does not get, and this is a quote, Prince does not understand why, he can't come back in the community, why he's not accepted, why people hate him.
Well, listen, I don't have anything against him. I never fucked with him to begin with. Like, I never, interacted with him that much to begin with on my own shit. And, I'm not barring him from whatever. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. I just know what I know about my shit. And I don't have any ill will on the guy. I just know what he's capable of. And he's obviously capable of making up a lie that somebody banged their own niece and told them that he did. So, I mean, listen, you guys take that and put that into your bank. And if you want to be cool with him and see how the road might go, well, that's up to your discretion. But at least you know what you're playing with. At least you know what you got. If he's a different man, different person, I don't know. I mean, a person could change that quick. I doubt it. But hey, who knows? Who am I to judge? So, all right. So I want to thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you, my brother.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Dave Rose. And
hope you feel better.
Thank you, brother. And Dave Rose and the one and only one, YR. Go check him out. Going live soon to rebuttal motherfuckers.
The YR program, ladies and gentlemen.
The program today on the program. Sports Radio 66 WFAN, New York City Sports Radio on the program. Al Dukes on the program here on the East Coast. Sports Radio 66. We'll be back right after these messages. All right, fellas.
Yeah. Thank you, brother.
Peace. All right, so that's about it for today. Glad I was able to jump on with you guys for a little. And I'll let you guys know if we are doing No Hard Feelings. I'll speak to Nick hopefully soon and see what's going on with that. And if you guys are around later, we'll see you later for that. If not, I'll see you for Friday Night Fire or the next time I come on. I don't know when the fuck that'll be. It might be tonight. It might be Friday. It might be tomorrow during the day if I'm still off, because I still might be off tomorrow. I don't know yet. But if I'm off, I might be live tomorrow. Might be live tonight. Don't know. But hey, thanks for everybody coming in, chilling. And like I said, you know, these are my opinions. And hey, if you want to have an opinion on it, then go right ahead. You know, and if you think I'm wrong, let me know. You know, I'm willing to listen to other people's opinions and ideas. And, you know, and I know there's people out there that like certain people and support them. And hey, if that's their business, man, whatever they want to do. We all have different outlooks on a lot of things. Like there's a lot of things that I don't agree with, and Dave doesn't agree with me, and the same thing with a bunch of other people. So, but we could still maintain friendships and still be cool with each other, because just because I disagree with a person doesn't mean we need to fucking fight each other, you know? But if people want to make it into a fight and they want to do all that and start bad-mouthing people and shitting on people for no reason, you know, a person's talented one day and then the next day they're a shitbox that's, you know, you can't listen to. And we all know that's bullshit, you know? Like, they'll say one thing one day and then another the next day because they're pissed. And it's like, hey, you want to make up some bullshit? Go right ahead. You want to tell the truth? That's genuine, and people feel it and know when they're being fed bullshit or they're being fed the truth. So, we'll all be the judge of that.
You're done.
You want to run your mouth? You want to run that cocksucker?
I strike again.
I strike a gimbals. I strike a gimbal again. All right, everybody. Have a good Wednesday night, hump day. Maybe I'll see you guys later. We'll see what happens. Enjoy dinner. And don't get COVID. Till next time. Peace.
You like to copy me. You like to take a page out of my book. You like to complicate me. You like to fucking rape me. Tell me, copying everything I do. You copy me. You copy my Terminator bit from 7 years ago. You are a fucking hack. Yeah. You're a hack on the inside. You're just another fucking hack. Yeah. My motivation is squad. Yeah. It brings me closer to hacks. You're a hack.
You're a hack. You're a hack. You're a hack. You're a scumbag hackula. They call you hackula, like Dracula. You're a fucking hackula. You're a fucking hack with a hackula. They're looking like motherfucking Dracula. You tear out my insides.
You know, for about 4 years. You know, for 4 years I made an insane amount of money here on. You know, for 4 years I made an insane amount of money here on YouTube. So it's crazy. And plus the amount of friends too that I was creating and having and meeting, and you guys and different people over the years that are gone now. But you know, I can talk to you guys about people that have been gone for the last 7 years ago, 8 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. And then I found out about the bad side of YouTube, where a lot of people just latch on to you to get something. They just want to get your subs, or they just want to get money from you, or they want to do whatever. And unfortunately, that seems to be like 90% of people, which I have a hard time still believing that and accepting it, because I thought I was really friends with people. I thought people were really my friends.
Oh, so let me get this right, Joe. unless we bow down, and unless we take your bullshit, we're not your friend then, right? Unless we become the friend you want us to become, then we're not your friend and you're shocked at the outcome, right?
So because I thought I was really friends with people, I thought people were really my friend, and they weren't. And not only were they not, but they're super like evil. And some of them are super sneaky about it.
And you're not, right, Joe? You're not super sneaky, right? We'll talk about you next time on No Hard Feelings, my friend. We'll address that bullshit, my friend.
And that is mentally. So to think you're friends with people, so many different people too, and then to realize it's just a mental game that people played on you, and nobody ever really liked you.
Wow. So every single person that came down the pike, they never liked you. They never had your back. I find that hard to believe.
So hard to figure that out. You know, not Jake, you know, not really Jesse. I've been a shithead to Jesse, like not Jesse, and certainly not Jake or anybody.
No,
but, you know, some people.
not the guys that'll take all the bullshit. Nah, not them. Because they're good guys. They like me for who I am. They're my friends because I get to dump on them, and I get to shit on them, and I get to treat them any way I want to. They're my true friends. Yeah, okay. Whatever you say, buddy. Fucking weirdo.
I've already got a lawyer and a fucking detective.
Stop the baloney. Yeah, the proof is in the pudding.
I've already got a lawyer and a fucking detective.
Let's just have fun. Anything over 15 bucks. Let's just have fun.
He is a lying, two-faced, hypocritical sack of shit.
Bing bong.
At my shoot work.
Bad pets.
Deb A's juicy pussy.
I strike again.
What the fuck do you want?
You're done.
You motherfucking accuser!